devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand on the trigger. The devil in a red dress. Call 911, I'm a killer. You know I hate to confess. Bang, bang, got my hand. Call
Ladies and gentlemen, good evening, and thank you for your patience. Man, actually, I saw a couple people saying like, "Did I miss something? Like, what happened today?" Dude, there's been blackouts, flash floods, wildfires, civil unrest, criminals disguised as as if any of this is new, right? Criminals disguised as delivery men and women. Um, Wreaking havoc. We'll say wreaking havoc. A kidnapping attempt, a brazen kidnapping attempt. Literally, I mean, brazen would be the only way to describe it. So I was actually trying to pull a bunch of this footage, but I was having issues getting it to a place where you guys can see it. So I actually found a solution. We're just going to pull it up from the tweeters and go over some of the stuff. But I mean, look, in reality, no matter for everyone out there, no matter what we go over tonight, it's important that everyone, first off, never be scared. Always be prepared, right? None of this is, fear mongering, like it's kind of like when you see companies when they're like, we're so close to the edge, our toes are crossing over the threshold, and the only way that you're going to be able to survive is if you purchase a knife from Definition Knives, right? Like dude, and I know that may seem like an exaggeration, but I am dead serious. Like trucker hats, bro, trucker hats. Anyway, welcome everyone to DLD After Dark. We're gonna have a fun conversation this evening, and actually look up some honestly pretty disturbing footage. Disturbing for people like us that are prepared, that do the things that we do to be as prepared as possible, and also maybe carry certain tools all the time. Always. Speaking of which, I don't know if you guys saw this or not, but finally available. Shout out to Fat Tech. No, I'm not affiliated. No, I don't give money if you buy this. I just, it's something really dope that I think you guys should consider looking at. Excuse me. The Fat Tack holster is a great holster that actually holds your ish much lower to the waistband, so it's way more comfortable. But even more so comfortable if you're a bigger guy, right? So what they came out with was this new super flexy piece of connecting. They call it a plus one. So they actually have a setup here where you're rocking your Fat Tack holster super low, super comfortable, but then also you can, change this a bajillion different ways. You could also, something I'm working on is I'm working on an idea of adding other stuff to it, like an AR mag carrier. You never know. You never know what you got to throw in your waistband. Anyway, this is live at Fat Tack. They're calling it the Plus One. It's a collaboration between North Coast Tactical and Fat Tack. And even though this thing looks monstrous, this is crazy comfortable in your waistband. So they are finally available. I know a bunch of you guys were here when we were talking about it before, but they are actually live on the website now, and crazy comfortable. I've been rocking mine for the last few days, and actually, of course, being that we're on the platform that we're on, I can't really show much, but I can show this. Right now, I'm rocking the not bright at all, low vis, crazy high vis Beretta M9A3 holster. And man, this thing is super sweet in athletic shorts. That's the crazy thing about these, man, is like you can literally just throw it. Like I was going out to drop off my daughter and just like threw it in sweatpants and went out the door. And I mean, originally when I got that plus one, it was the M9A3 with a second magazine, and you would think that'd be super heavy, like in sweatpants. How could you do that? But I was wearing that thing for a couple days, and then I switched it over to the Glock rig. Last thing on it, really quickly. Again, I have no affiliation with this. Josh is just one of the homies, and I love the idea. This is not a new thing, right? New for them, but I mean the concept isn't new. But the dope thing is that I found out. So this is actually the Beretta magazine carrier that came with the Beretta holster. This is a universal magazine carrier, so you can adjust it to open it up, clamp it down to run 92, M9A3, whatever Beretta mags, right? Or if you're a baller and have a 93R, Beretta magazine, or you can open it up and adjust it and then use it for Glock mags. And I threw the Glock Fat Tack holster on there. So it's just super, modular. You can do, obviously, and it's got like a, million different holes in it. And it's very modular. Personally, I like this a lot, and it's super comfortable. So yeah, check it out. Just wanted to, bring that up and show some love, because obviously Josh with Fat Tack is one of the homies, but also if you're looking for a way to carry your tool very comfortably, that's what I would recommend. And one thing that I've been mentioning about this is if anyone out there literally ever is taking off your tool because of comfort, like when you get in the car, you take it out. When you get home from your day, you take it out. If you're constantly taking your ish out of your waistband or wanting to take it out of your waistband, whether you do or not, you shouldn't. If it's not comfortable to carry at home, all that stuff, you should probably reevaluate the holster that you're using, because it should be comfortable to carry literally all the time. And I know not everyone sleeps with a handgun in their waistband like your boy. I'm just going to keep it real with you. Anyway, let's go ahead and jump into it. So dang, I'm so far behind in chat. My bad. All right, we'll get started. Let's do this. Do me a favor. Channel members, sound off, and I'll go ahead and welcome all you guys. And for everyone that may be here first time, first off, don't believe you. But if you are going to say that you're here for the first time, then welcome. And we just know that this particular platform, YouTube, doesn't like to share this kind of content on a regular basis. So, yeah, if you are, though, welcome. There's a great community of awesome people over here to my, I guess it's really my right, but I'm mirrored. So, whatever over there. Or if you're watching on mobile, they're going to be right below us down here. And come through, hang out, stay a while, chat with the folks. And what you'll find is that we have a super dope community of really great people. And then if you get any value from the show tonight, then you may want to subscribe. The great news, if you don't want to subscribe, I don't care, and you can leave, or you could stay and hang out. The place becomes more valuable the more people that we have here. So it's up to you, though. Anyway, moving along. So I'm Dark with DLD After Dark. We do a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday, usually around. It's so funny. I used to do these shows at 9:30. And then, a couple of years into it, it's like, man, I need to push it to 10. I can't do it at 9:30 anymore. It's too tight, too tight. Get the little one down and then literally run like right away to the to the computer. And it's like, all right, I gotta move it to 10. They can deal with 10, right? It's not that bad. And then a couple of years later, again, it's like, man, this is just, it's too tight. So I ended up moving it to 10:30. Now doing it 10:30. I didn't go live till like 10:50 tonight. So my apologies, y'all. But I do what I can for my peeps in this drug. Anyway, oh, hold up. What? Okay, hold on. I did not see this. So that was, hold on, how many minutes ago? So that was before we even got started. Dang. Okay. So shout out to the channel members, because you guys are like nearly 90% of the support to this channel comes directly from channel membership. Well, two channel members actually sent, so Kurt 24 just sent a $25 Cash App just with a thumbs up, I guess, saying like, that's for you, brother. Thank you. Yo, Kurt, you're the man. I appreciate you so much. And then I don't know if you and Drew in Oregon are like in cahoots, but thank you so much. Right behind him, almost like within a couple minutes of each other, Drewski, brother, thank you. Drew in Oregon sent a $40 Cash App, bro. Man, you guys are incredible, dude. Thank you so much. And I did not see that until now. And then I see, man, I'm super grateful for all you guys, for real. It means a lot. Thank you. I'm glad I caught that, because sometimes it's easy for me to miss stuff. Now, I'm gonna grab a drink and some nicotine real quick. So hold tight for just one quick second.
Oh, I get it. You're retarded. You don't understand a word I say.
Y'all remember that movie? It's been a minute, but decent movie. I actually don't like the way it played out, and it was kind of like only focusing on like the story, like through the eyes of the journalist. But every now and then I see stuff like that, and I'm like, that's something I need to keep on standby. Anyway, moving along, let's jump into it. So we got a super exciting show coming up this coming up Saturday. We also have great news on the DLD After Dark housekeeping. I guess it'd be housekeeping. So y'all know this past Saturday we had CMMG come on the show. Mike with CMMG is one of the homies. He's one of the real ones. Really good dude. Well, after talking for a bit, I had shared that, and I wish I could just grab this and show this off. I can't because of the platform that we're on. It's so frustrating. Anyway, we're working on the MP5 SD project. Well, wouldn't you know it? Mike from CMG was like, dude, if you need a 9mm can, we have this new line of suppressors. CMG has a new line of cans. They're like $500. Really, honestly, for what you get, great deal. This 9mm can is not a 9mm can. It's a 36K can, so you can use it for 9mm, 5.56, 300 blackout, 8.6 blackout, like all, just everything. It's awesome. And it's like $500 again. Anyway, so great price, great deal. Well, he was like, you know what? I got you. This is the first thing CMMG is just sending me on their own free will, on their own volition. he was like, I'm gonna get one of the cans to you. So literally already shipped out like yesterday or today is one of the 36K cans from CMMG. What? I know. And it's going to be a minute, right? I'm not sure how long it's going to take. My last Form 4 with the trust took 5 months when everyone else's is running like, 5 to 7 days. Mine still took like 5 months. Maybe it could be a couple things in my background and history. They all get together, huddled around a desk, like, "Are you sure this guy is allowed to have?" Anyway, but I'm pumped about that, man. This is going to be dope. So this will be kind of finishing off the MP5 SD project, and the can's going to stick out a little more than I originally wanted, but it's still going to be a super small package. No homo. And yeah, it's going to be dope. And I may swap around some of the stuff. So the Gideon um Valor Mini that I currently have on there, because I wanted to keep a small footprint. Drew to the rescue again. I mentioned a gold dot a few times. Okay. And I'm sorry. I know I'm running behind y'all. We're chilling. We're chilling. Can we just chill? Can we just have a conversation? Y'all good with that? Um, Well, I did a video in like, I don't know, 2022 or something like that on a Holosun Gold Dot. And I accidentally posted it to my personal channel, the Dark channel, not DLD After Dark. And then, like, I don't know, 2022, 2023, something like that, I reposted it, I downloaded it, reposted it on the DLD After Dark channel, this one. And Drew and I had talked about it. It's supposed to be a little bit more crisp for people with like astigmatism or something like that. But Drewski FTW came through, and he was sending me a charging handle that actually blows gas out. If you're a right-hander, blows gas out to the right side. If you're running a DI gas gun suppressed, and he's like, I threw something extra in there for you. Well, what did he throw in there? He threw in a Holler Sun. Look at that mount, by the way, dude. I gotta, I gotta say, I'm super impressed by that mount, dude. And if you look real close, kind of looks like that Geisley mount, bro. That's kind of strange how much it looks almost exactly like that Geisley mount. I mean, even the machining and whatever. We don't need to get on that, but Drewski, bro, sent a Holler Sun, and yes, it is the amber, the gold dot. Look at that thing, bro. That's nuts. Let me see if I can. So the lower you have it, the more gold amber it is. Man, that's hard to tell. But when you crank it up higher, it's like super yellowish. Man, that's looking like greenish yellowish. But dude, it's in for my eyes, it's a little bit more crisp. Looking at the gold dot, there's still like a little bit of a starburst, but Drew, bro, man, thank you. It's so awesome to have like I don't know, like when like you see people actually listen to the stuff that you say, and they're like, I remembered that about you. I came across this and wanted to send it to you, like, bro. And Robert Ham too. I'm finally going to be able to go tomorrow to the PO box. It's been a crazy couple weeks, dude. I've also had my daughter for the last like 10 days, so single dadding for the last almost 2 weeks has been intense. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just saying it's uh, yeah, it's kind of tough single dadding with a dog and a daughter, not in that order, with a daughter and a dog, and whatnot, while running everything else. I'm getting caught up and still finding orders that I need. Oh my goodness. Anyway, let me stop. So guys, welcome to DLD After Dark. 19 minutes in, and I'm still running my mouth. So we do a live show every Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. And just so you guys know, Tuesdays and Thursdays are going to be on YouTube. And the Saturday night shows, the After Hours Armory, that's going to be on Rumble. Rumble with an R, the green place, we call it. So we like to do that because we can show whatever we want. We can talk about whatever we want. There's no nothing. So it's a great place. So make sure you check it out. If you do not already follow DLD After Dark on Rumble, and Black Diamond Guns and Gear on Rumble. Do so now, because that's where we do an awesome show. I'm not trying to toot my own horn. I'm just saying it's pretty awesome. But it's awesome because there's just a metric crap ton of people like you guys out there. So we're going to go ahead and get into it. Again, thank you so much for the channel members. Channel members sound off in chat. And the reason why I take the next like 10 minutes or so to greet all of our channel members is because nearly 90% of the support from this channel is almost all of it is from channel members. And just to show that, your boy ain't playing, when you look at what comes from YouTube, I mean, it's literally nearly nothing. Okay. So monthly estimated revenue. Okay. I mean, that's what we're talking about right there. All right. That's crazy. But I am up to 5,215 subscribers. Yeah, I mean, it's just, it's just not realistic. On Rumble though, bro, there's 50, 75, 100,000 people coming through, 130,000 people coming through, depending on the show and topic. So anyway, that's one of the reasons why, I believe that having ancillary businesses around a channel is the way to do it, as opposed to leaning on YouTube. Because even if the channel like blew up and everything was just like going crazy, which I don't ever think there will ever be another, big firearm based channel that blows up again. I think they're controlling that intentionally, especially one that talks about like guns, gear, and God, and especially when you talk about guns and gear around the idea of the we called it CISO, Civilian Special Operations. It's kind of a joke, and also it's kind of not, right? But they don't want people talking about how to build a mutual assistance group, or how to build a team, preparation, and installing air conditioning in tyrants' faces and stuff like that. So yeah, I think that the only way to make this work is to do things like having another company. Number one is DLD hardware. So if you go to dldhardware.com, if you build pews, if you're a gap builder like your boy, check it out. There's jigs, tools, parts, all that stuff. Also, all of my merch is there. It's where you may find some spicy merch. So check that out. And then also we did, I know, here comes the Dark Shopping Network. We did start a knife company. It's called Definition Knives. We have awesome EDC cutlery for very, very affordable prices. I'm seeing people posting stuff on Instagram and all that, and man, some of this stuff, like, it's really, really cool to see that dudes are like for real carrying our stuff and pushing it hard. And we've only had a couple issues with knives out there, which, don't forget, for the couple people out there, I apologize, I haven't been able to take care of it yet, but I'll be able to take care of you guys soon. That we had a couple of pocket clips break. So we'll take care of you guys. I may literally have to take pocket clips off of other inventory that we have now, because China has just taken its sweet old time. Anyway, moving along. Let's finish this right quick. Man, I'm so behind in chat. My bad, y'all. My bad, y'all. All right, give me 1 second.
What a stupid son of a bitch.
That's probably the best 1 second video in existence. Sorry. Yes, sir. Okay, cool. All right, let me go back here. All right, so jumping into it, thank you for being here. Make sure you're going to be here Saturday. We got a lot of cool stuff going on, and Saturday shows are over on Rumble. So first in chat tonight was Blue Curtain Burner, brother. Great to see you. Appreciate you coming in and hanging out. Who also happens to be a channel member. So thank you. Just another day in LA. And I did put just another day in the divided states of embarrassment. But don't take that too much to heart. Every day in my eyes, is just another day in the divided states of embarrassment, right? This is everything that's going on are mostly either results of what is by design by those in control, or it's all red herrings, red flags, and a whole bunch of red stuff, false flags, red flags, whatever you want to call them. Yeah, it's all BS. So this is all just plays by the people in charge. Anyway, moving along, we got Zanti Misfit in the building, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member, Mike McClune, the Goon, channel member, and a moderator. Appreciate you, brother. Let's see, Zanti, Kurt 24. Let's see, Mike McClune. Hold on, did I miss? Yeah, okay, sorry. So I said what's up to Zanti. Kurt 24, the producer of the show. Brother, great to see you. Thank you again for that Cash App. That was totally unexpected, and thank you for that, man. It helps. Every little bit helps. I also got actually, I'll wait on that because I keep getting sidetracked. Sorry. See, when I don't have anyone here to help keep me accountable to like talking about a small handful of things, I'll just go off the entire time. I'll go off the rails, and maybe that's what y'all want. Maybe you want the dark show. Kurt 24 and Mike McClune are both the homies, moderators, and channel members, and I appreciate both you guys. Live Life, brother, great to see you. Also a channel member. Blue Curtain Burn and Live Life, Santi Misfit, Mike McClune, the Goon, Kurt 24. Let's see who else I may have missed. Live Life, Drewski, Lifetime channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much for coming in and hanging out as well. We were chatting, doing the Insta chats and textings. And whatnot over the last few days, man. It's been good to be able to chat with you. Kurt 24, Live Life with the dark time excuses. I know there's just too much going on. But it's always better to still do a show and be late than to just miss the show, right? Let's see. Zanti, Drewski, Lifetime, Chenamemba, Live Life. I'm just getting caught up here. And actually, let me stop. I'm super far behind. So like where I am in chat is where's Dark? Krisky is gone, man. I'll be here. What? Did they can him again? Dude, that's so wrong. Like what? Like who are they to be able to just select who gets to stick around based on their beliefs and like, bro, like that is and how is he gone? And I don't know. When I see this stuff and I'm like, yo, they canned that dude. Like it's got to be exposure. If I had way more exposure on me, I'd be canned like that, man. I'm just saying. I mean, I think, right? Because I mean, I at times have some interesting takes on things that they likely disagree with. Let's see, Mike McClune's Auntie, Flying Rich Firearms, brother, great to see you. Your boy Rich, great channels. Subscribe to his stuff. He may be at risk of losing monetization. I'm just kidding. Sorry, Rich. Totally joking. They dropped, so YouTube dropped this stuff, and they were like, so for these low effort channels that are dropping this, like, reusing audio and AI voices and all this stuff, we're going to be changing the metrics of monetization. And, we're all like, yeah, no big deal. Rich is sitting there like all nervous. I mean, all jokes aside, I do think that Rich's content is different because he's reusing original audio. He's not using like AI audio and stuff like that. So personally, I think you're safe, Rich, but I'm just saying. Drewski, Flying Rich, Zanti Misfit, Kurt 24, Zanti Misfit, Mike McClune, the Goon, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. Great to see you, brother. Lightning McQueen, brother, great to see you, man. Also, Chenamemba. Hey, Joe Vacu, another moderator. Appreciate you. Yes, free CRS, man. Goodness. From what I hear, we're not too far away from him getting out. So, man, I'm just. Could you imagine, like, not doing anything wrong and having everything taken from you? Or maybe just making a couple small mistakes, right? You said the wrong thing in a country with protection of your natural rights to speak and express yourself in any way that you choose. Anyway, there's a small group of people out there that believe that well, CRS still poked the bear. He still did the wrong things and said the wrong things. I don't care what he said. What he said doesn't have anything to do with anything at all. But apparently the ATF disagree. So does LCT. Let's see, Zanti Misfit, Laney McQueen, Jova Q, Kurt 24, Laney McQueen, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, brother. Great to see you also, channel member. Laney McQueen, Kurt 24, Zanti. I can't look right now. Jova Q, Stifler Manufacturing, brother. Great to see you also, a channel member. And also check out their website and their store. They got some really dope stuff. Oh, yo, literally everything sold on the eBay store. I did price it like well below, the typical pricing of that stuff, but yeah, literally everything sold. So yeah, appreciate you guys, man. And I don't as funny as it seems, like I don't think any of it was you guys, but it's okay. But still, it's always good to share within the homies. Kurt 24, Drewski, Fluffy Bunny Arsenal, all channel members, Joe Q, channel member, Drewski, Lightning McQueen's Auntie. All right, hang on. I'm just cutting through the chat here. Stifler. And by the way, so Stifler Manufacturing makes Glock slides. They got a bunch of Glock slides available. They're doing some super dope Cerakoting too. And guess what? If you use code DARK, then yes, literally as I say this, my buyer, one of my buyers paid. The Dark Shopping Network, Stifler Manufacturing. If you use code DARK, you'll be able to get some of that stuff that he says right there in this little thing, right, Joe? Yeah, so check it out, man. Just look up Stifler Manufacturing Glock slides. They're awesome, really cool stuff. Especially if you're putting up 11 p.m. sharp. Especially if you're putting together a Glock that's like something ported. He's got a whole bunch of slides that are like perfect for honestly, even some of the like just random ported barrels that are out there and available. They would work beautifully with some of the slides that he's got. So check out his stuff. Also Marconi. There's so many homies, that are around. Gideon Optics, Goon Beam, all the homies. We got to support each other. Lightning McQueen, Jovacchio. I'm catching up. Dang, oh, Matt wasn't first in chat. That's crazy, right? I know. Let's see. Damien, Tim Hoppa, great to see you guys. There he is. Gort, great to see you, man. Appreciate you also, channel member. And above all that, my peepee. Stifler, Gort, Fluffy Bunny. All right, we're going through. Hey, Pewtang, brother. Great to see you, man. I'm reminded of you every day I look through my gun room because there's just stuff that you sent me. By the way, I don't think I have it right here. When I mentioned that in one of my Patmos setups that the striker broke, he sent me a bag with like 4 strikers in it. Dude, Pewtang, you're awesome. Love you, bud. Let's see. Kurt 24, Stifler, Gort. Flying Rich Firearms, Auntie. I'm just making sure we're not missing any channel members. Flying Rich Firearms. I don't know where the Flying Rich channel is. Definition Knives is an automatic plus 10 HP and plus 15 DEF. What hit point? I know what HP is hit points, right? What's DEF? I don't know. Diversity, exclusion, and fierceness. I don't know. Xanthi Misfit, Stifla. Let's see who else we got. Hold on. My bad. Hang tight. I'm a little congested. So bear with me. Some would even say I'm too congested to do the show.
I'm almost too mad to do the show at this point. In fact, I just need to walk out of here. I can't do it. I can't do it.
Of course, this helps me a great deal. Interrupting Rich, dude. I love the crazy creative usernames that you guys pop out with. Flying Rich Firearms, Gort. Let's see, Kurt 24. Come on. Dang, I had no idea how far back I was. Mike McClune, Lightning McQueen, Gort. Dang, yo, I was so far back. Joe Vacu, Mike McClune, Live Life. DLD, I got 5 within arm's reach, brother. Heck yeah, man. Appreciate you, brother. Mike McClune, Gort. Hey, Grand Turkey. I saw the reel that you posted on IG, man. You're the man. And looking at what you got, it shows me which ones you're missing. So it's always good to know. Sound off. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that's how far back I am. Blue Curtain Burner, still for manufacturing, Joe Vacu, and we got the I didn't come here to be comfortable. Member for 23 months. I'm valuable. You are. You're valuable, so much more valuable than you'll ever know. Mike McClune, Zanti, Kurt 24, Fluffy. Let's see. I can't look at it right now because I got the thing open. Rich and Red Dawn sent me pictures, and I want to see what they sent, but I'd have to close out of the stream that's in front of me now. Sorry, guys. Give me a bit. Let's see. Live Life. Hey, there he is. Tech Money, brother. Great to see you as well. Also a channel member. Good evening, everyone in chat. Can't stay long tonight. Busy day today and just tired of DLD. I'm very happy with the knives, bro. That's awesome, man. Dude, a lot of people have been pumped with the Lumen. And a couple of you guys out there, I got packages headed out with a couple little extras, little swag packs thrown in there. Are you okay, BV? What did I miss? But mostly never. What? Yeah, if you're not used to, oh my goodness, chat just went all the way down to the bottom. Yeah, I'm sure I missed some stuff. Dang it. Let's see. Did I see Rip Curl? There he is. Rip Curl, brother. Great to see you. Also a channel member. Let's see. Zanti, Stifler, Drewski, Kurt 24. Flying Rich, usually you jump in your other account and jump in here too. I'm actually kind of surprised. Merv Dog, another channel member. Appreciate you, bro. The Dark Show. Barton Fink, brother. Great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Let's see. Merv Dog. Went through, didn't see email. Okay, so thank you for coming on. So just a quick note. So my email had become unsynced with my store. So unfortunately, like tracking isn't going out, confirmations and all that stuff isn't going out. And because of that, and I brought this up before, so for those of y'all that don't know, dang, that was almost 10 minutes ago. My bad, bro. Because of that, the only way for people to, I still haven't gotten it fixed. The only way for people to check on that is to call me. So my phone, like literally nearly all day, is blowing up. So I'm missing a bunch of calls here and there. Sorry. So if you did hit me up and I didn't get back to you yet, my bad. But I've been going through and auditing the last entire month of June, because when I did go through and print orders, man, this is how running businesses alone by yourself is very challenging, because there's these small like infrastructural things that you miss or mess up. So I had printed a bunch of orders throughout June, and well, I had marked them as shipped, but something happened to where they didn't go to the printer. So I'll double check. Go to DLD Hardware, go to the number, and shoot a text if you haven't already, and I will get back to you by tomorrow if that's cool. But it's just been a couple nightmares, a couple things happening that have both been nightmares. So my apologies to keep you waiting. But yes, it's highly likely that your order went through. It's just I had a couple issues over the last month and some change that have made things even more difficult. Let's see. Murph Dog, Red Dawn, brother. Great to see you, man. Also a channel member. Gutted Cheese, another channel member. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you so much. Let's see. Gutted Cheese. Let's see. Murph Dog, Lightning McQueen. Let me make sure I didn't miss anyone here. Holy moly, man. My bad, y'all. I know this is bleeding into the first 40 minutes. Dang. Yeah, my bad. I did run my mouth for like the first 20 minutes though. Happy 710. So crazy thing, man. Tomorrow is exactly a year from my father passing away. And man, it's crazy that a year has gone by already. I mean, it's just like unreal. Um, so all right, let's go ahead and jump into it. So there's a couple things. Rich, if you're still here, you want to jump on, you're more than welcome to. Red Dawn, you're welcome to as well. There's a couple things that we're going to kind of show on stream here. So I had seen recently. We kind of like joke about it, but at the same time, there's also like good information in some of these channels. Shout out to the dude that's going to say the show starts 41 minutes in. But basically, there are a bunch of like prepper news channels. Armsman, bro, good to see you too out there. Damian Cristo. Let's see, Damian Christ G23. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Prayers dark. It still hurts after 8 years after losing my father. Yeah, man. Excuse me. The only thing that makes it easier is just understanding where they are. Right. It's But yeah, I mean, it's crazy. I mean, even when I like read scripture, it's in my dad's voice, right? You know, when I call my daughter out and like discipline her on stuff, it's you know, I hear the way that so my dad would say my name in like a very specific way, and it's just like that. Just those little things, just like live in your brain, for forever, man. So it's kind of crazy. It's funny as I'm doing this. It's like suspicious transaction with DLD hardware, suspicious transaction. And by the way, almost every single person that buys stuff from DLD hardware, I just think this is hilarious. All of your phone numbers show up as probable spam, and all of your stuff says suspicious transaction, like it thinks it's fraud. So I guess there's a particular type of person that shops with DLD hardware. I'm sorry. I'm keeping it real. Um, yeah, Agorizer, bro. Good to see you too, man. Yeah. All right, let's get into it. My bad, I keep getting sidetracked. But yeah, no, it's crazy. Those things, they stick with you, and they definitely, you know, the way that you choose to raise your family, your children, and the things that you do and don't do as a result of it, and hearing like um your parents' voices or your dad's voice or mom's voice, because of certain things. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Made it to 89. Dang, yeah, my dad was 74, man. We never ever would have guessed that he was going to pass away at that point. Totally 100% like fully independent, upright, walking, talking, like he was seemingly good. But that's how this works, is everything always seems like it's good, and then it's not. All right, hang tight, give me 1 second, I'm gonna pull this stuff up. And if I missed dang, 49, a few weeks I'll be 50. Dang, you getting old, cuz. um as I pull this up, if I missed, oof, man, that's these disposables, these things got some punch to them. And yes, I am rewatching all of the Justified reruns, and it's a blast. All right, so as I pull this up here, if I missed any channel members, do me a favor, sound off in chat, and I'll make sure that I say what's up. There was a time where it refreshed, and I missed a bunch of you guys. Hang on 1 sec. Give me 1 sec. Hold up. It's actually 44 minutes that he starts. What's he doing? All right, let's do this.
We already have.
Nothing? Okay, so this is an interesting thing. So the first thing that I saw was actually let's see. Is this here we go. Was actually a kidnapping attempt. If you guys have not seen this, now this one is a little odd. I'm probably gonna stay away from doing the um audio for reasons. It's not like this stream is going to be monetized or anything, even though I did click the monetization. They've literally been going back behind me, unmonetized, like taking monetization out of every single stream. It's kind of crazy. And I've been clicking it and saving it and all that. So what you'll see here is this interesting situation, if you guys hadn't seen, is not only is this child here, it appears that this individual is attempting to take the child, but then this guy's witty. He ends up using why? Oh, there is no audio. Perfect. He ends up using the child as a weapon. Very, very cunning kidnapper here. Look, all jokes aside, you can see the NYPD paddy wagons in the back. So dude literally just runs up and snatches up a kid and starts walking away. And when the parents run over, he's like, ah, and then he uses the child as, I shouldn't laugh, I'm sorry, as an impact weapon, and he throws the child at the parents. Now it looks like they cut off right at that moment. They cut it off. He really threw that kid. Let me go back here and see if there's another one. This was actually another recent video. Man, if you've seen this, there definitely appears to be more to the story on this one. I'm gonna be real. You know what? I'm actually gonna mute this because of the language in this. There is an ungodly amount of F-bombs in this. So something was going on up here, and then this dude in all white literally tries to snatch up this young Hispanic girl, and I'll give it to him, dude. New York, you guys usually don't do anything, to the point where there have literally been homeless dudes sodomizing corpses on the subway, and no one has said or done anything. Well, in this case, like 8 to 10 dudes all jumped in and got this guy off of this girl, which, I mean, there could be very simple, primitive reasons that he wanted to snatch her up, or because she, is pretty young lady, or so whatever it was. I mean, there could have been an issue, that who knows what really happened, whether there was something going on between them, whether he knew her or whatever, or whether it was could have been, his spouse, for all we know, right? Like, there's almost zero context here. But it's so strange to see so many situations where people are getting snatched up, man. It's crazy. And that's not the only thing we're looking at here. Let me go back to hold on, was that? Oh no, that's someone else. Let me see. Here's the original. Okay, so hang on. All right, so watch him throw this kid, bro. Watch. When the parents run up.
What the fuck? Oh my god!
Yo, I mean, he straight up was like, judo chop. Watch him. Whoosh.
Oh my god!
Like, as if that would stop them. And there's like a little mirror trick at the end, because there's like some type of glass panel or something, and it looks like they collided. But I don't know what happened here. I don't know if the dude got away. I don't know if they were able to, if the police were able to apprehend. I mean, the police were flooding out the entire block anyway. The fact that this dude just snatched up a kid and then used him as a distractive device and then just dipped, like, that's crazy. bystanders intervened, preventing the abduction. No, those weren't bystanders. Those are the literal parents of this poor child that got batoned across. Yeah, anyway, it's kind of crazy. Yeah, I know. And then they left the kid behind, bro. And this is why you need to keep a cordless air raiding tool on you at all times, bro. Because look, if the police aren't even doing anything to kidnap or snatching up kids, they probably wouldn't even, turn around if you just were to empty a magazine into homeboy. So that's one. That's kind of an interesting thing there. But the other interesting thing, and this is like, the thing about this is like, this is taking my paranoia of like, my mom is older, she's living by herself, and although she's not, totally, oh, hold on, my bad. I just came back to did he have a permit for that assault child? Dude, you see that? He was like whoosh. I mean, he threw that sucker. And that's, dude, I could never imagine. Maybe it's like that, just like brief thing when something crazy happens and you hit that point where you're like, okay, it is more important to grab this dude and stop him than to address my sad, upset, hurt, crying, whatever child, right? And I get it. I mean, I would probably run after dude, but like maybe another person that I'm with could stay with my daughter or whatever, you know what I mean? But I would be so committed to retrieving that man and bringing him back to that town square that he's coming back one way or another, willingly, unwillingly, breathing, not, whatever. He's coming back. Yeah, yeah. If something like that happened, bro. Mm-mm. But getting back to it, so like if you have like older parents or people that are getting a little long in the tooth, but this whole thing about just make sure they're not defenseless, because this whole thing about these fake UPS drivers, fake FedEx drivers, fake Amazon drivers. Nowadays, they're using so many different contracted companies where these shipping companies, what they do is they contract out the routes, who have companies that contract out their work to these other people. That's why literally I've seen Amazon deliveries come, and like usually if it's the company itself, because this is kind of one of the things that separates them, that sets them apart, is that they are the ones that are personally doing all the things, right? They're not just subbing it out to another company who subs it out to a company where a dude in a Jetta rolls up and just drops off your packages. But sometimes that does happen, right? Well, people are throwing on some, construction vests and then grabbing a package and going and knocking on doors. And they're either scoping places out to see what the setup is, who's home, who's not, who's armed, who's whatever. There was a girl in Washington, I guess it was a girl in Washington, that had a complete UPS jacket, brown pants, like all that on. But she had parked in a neighborhood for like a full 24 hours and was like living out of her car in front of these people that she was then putting on the UPS gear. Most of these people are just so dumb. Like they don't get it, right? Like if you're going to, and I can't give advice on any of this, but I would assume that people would be thinking like, if I'm going to commit a crime, one would think that someone would swoop in, commit the crime, swoop out, and be out of there, right? Because that way you're spending less time in a compromised status, or right, or a compromised situation. But people are just total tards. Well, with these fake packages or fake package deliveries, this one is kind of crazy. I'll just pull this up and we'll watch this here. And there's a whole bunch like this. So looks legit. One hand in his pocket, bladed body.
I don't know if this is for you.
I don't know if this is for you, looking you up and down. So I don't know if you can see. Oh, there you can see the piece right there. But look, you gotta look at body language. Okay, dude has his body bladed to the front door. You can only see one of his hands, and it just something is not right. All right. And remember, I say all the time, you got to make sure you are carrying at home. If you're running around and you're busy, you're working from home, you're taking care of kids, dogs, goldfish, whatever, and all of a sudden you hear ding dong and you go to the door and you're just like, think of someone like, okay, if I got a bajillion guns in my gun room and I go, to go answer the door, right? And I walk all the way downstairs and I go there and if I got, you know, an entire room full of firearms and they're at least one story away from me, like, how just idiotic and stupid I would feel if I did not have a gun on me, ready, one in the head, ready to go in that exact moment. Because, bro, you got less than zero point 0.3 seconds if someone's holding a gun, right? Less than 1 second if they're holding a gun at a low ready. You got, like, I mean, you have to respond immediately. There's no running away to arm yourself to run back. I mean, this is one of the reasons why I say, and not because a delivery man may come to your door, because you never know. You may be sitting at, on the couch or whatever, and your door may just boom, just fly open, and you may have to react to something. You never know. That's why I always say carry a gun in the home, period. In some places, some people in some states, that may be the only place you can lawfully carry a gun, depending on the state that you live in. But I digress. Let me shut up. It's going to echo a little bit because I got the mic on. Sorry.
I don't know if this is for you.
Yeah. Bro, the fact that she thought enough to push that fool away. People are so worried about, I don't want to insult people. I don't want to be rude. I'm too scared of, like, the judgment of strangers to be rude. Be rude. Be like, yo, back up. Right? Like, not only looking at the situation and being like, okay, look through your peephole first, right? Look through, do a little bit of investigative, half a second of investigative, studying before you open the door, whatever you want to call it, right? But homie right here is, and I'm just saying homie in general, that I don't want anyone to take that the wrong way. Dude right here is literally standing with one hand in pocket slash waistband. I can't really tell. And excuse me. And um honey, wait 1 second. And my little one just woke up. Give me 1 second, y'all. Hang tight, and we'll be right back. My apologies. Hey, when I left, there was like 58 people in here. Now there's 48 people in here. So 10 of you don't care about the priceless, priceless relationship between a father and a daughter. I could have just yelled, "Go back to bed," but you got to take care of the little ones, man. You know what I'm saying? Um, oh dang, I'm so suppressed. Yeah, facts. That for real. That's the first thing that I thought of, bro. Um, let's see. Hold on, what happened? Corn Pop, what's up, brother? Good to see you. Hold on, what did I miss here? Okay, hold on. I'm going all the way back up here. Said Mike McLean, you good, bro? Yo, facts. I suggest you open the door for nobody unless it is somebody you know. Armsman facts. Body language tells you everything you need to know. Yo, if you don't know about, okay, so maybe it's something that like I don't really think about too often, right? Because not not everyone has the same like upbringing, right? So if someone blades their body to you, there's a reason. They're either putting their strong foot back because they're going to strike you, they're going to hit you, they're going to whatever, they're going to rush you, they're something, right? There is some they're shifting their body weight for a reason, right? The same thing like a furtive gesture. If someone were to have both of their hands like this is a package for you, and then reach down, it's like they're reaching for a canon, or like there's so many different things, but a lot of people have not lived lives to where they can see those things in advance, or they're so just like stuck running around in their life with their horse blinders on to where they don't know well enough to know like I'm too busy to stop and realize, ooh, a surprise package for me. So hold on. Sorry. Yeah, I mean, look, it's all sorts of stuff. So we're gonna go back to this for a second. So I'm gonna pull this back up to full screen, and we're gonna point out a couple things. So first off, if you know that you are waiting on a package, you are likely tracking it and receiving it. Now, a lot of times stuff just comes and goes, and like I got a surprise package from your boy Drewski, but he also hit me up, shared tracking with me, and all that. Um, so anyway, if someone rolls up to the front of your house, I would. Nowadays with like doorbell cameras being like $40, like there's no reason to not have surveillance all around your home, right? So that's one. Two, take another second or two to look around at the scene. Okay, first look at the person and see it, and I'm not saying to judge, but you're allowed to judge, right? You are about to open up the vessel of life that you have called your home to a strange person that you don't know. So you need to make that call, and if someone is standing to you with a bladed body with one hand completely concealed, and when you open up the door, they start walking all up into your business. Absolutely not, man. Now pause that for a second, table that for a quick moment, and then go back and say, okay, what's the usual experience with a package delivery? Someone usually walks square up to your door, house, porch, whatever, and someone has a little bleedy thing in their hand where they can take pictures and mark things as delivered or whatnot, scan packages and stuff. And this dude has a bubble mailer. Okay. So anyway, so there's no device in his hands to take pictures, scan, and mark things as delivered, whatever. So that's a little suspect. And then look at the vehicle. You have a truck literally sitting in the main road that is an unmarked civilian vehicle. Something is wrong here. Communicate through doorbell only with 12 gauge pointed towards door. Like that's the only option here. So as soon as someone started coming to the door, he stopped and he put his face down to look into the package as if to say like, "Oh, this might be for you. What's your name? Am I at the correct address? Whatever." Still with another hand. There's no reason to have your hand behind your bladed body unless you're planning on doing something. Obviously, I'm watching this in, retrospect, in, what do you call it? Hindsight, right? I get it, right? But there's a couple other ones that came up recently. This is just one of the ones that I wanted to show.
I don't know if this is for you.
I don't know if this is for you. Nah, they're not going to say that. I don't care what they say. They're not going to say that. They're going to say like first and last name with a question mark, or is this blah 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 32 Avenue, whatever, like that. Come on, like something's wrong. And I realize in the moment you're just like, oh, I see a man with a vest and a package, it must be a package. But man, huge shout out to this not prepared but slightly ready to get stuff cracking homeowner. This woman straight up pushed this dude away. Dude, most women, and I'm just keeping it real, most women, their only skill and ability when it comes to self-defense is screaming. So the fact that this woman took action immediately and pushed the dude off the doorstep, which is a great moment to do so when he doesn't have much balance. Yo, beautiful. And that looks like it was a pretty big chick too. I mean, the report said it was a woman. Man, I don't know. Look at that though, bro. Let me see this. That could be. Dude's got a glizzy, just like, man, right there, bro. Right there. Well, his is at 3:00. Mine's at 12. I mean, and that may not be the best thing to do, right? Because dude tucked tail, turn around, and he bounced, right? But you could at least take that extra second or 2 or 3 that you earned. You earned that time, and you can close your door and go do whatever you need to. Okay, but this is kind of another just crazy situation. Yeah, looked like a 19, and also for all those people that are like ghost guns are just causing so many problems, bro. That was a factory OEM Glock. How can you tell? Trust me. Trust me. If I need to pull this back up? Hold up. So things like polymer 80s and strike 80s, and they have very distinct frame shapes. So let's go back here. If you look when his gun is pointed at 3:00 right here, you can see that is a factory OG Glock rail with a factory OG trigger guard that is an OEM Glock. Probably has the serial numbers obliterated on it. Just a guess, right? But for all those people saying that home built firearms are the issue, yeah, the same home built firearms that are in like absolutely no very little shooting incidents over the last decade. Yeah, come on. If someone is going to illegally, excuse me, which there really shouldn't be a way to illegally get a firearm, but all firearms are legal until someone commits a crime with them. But if someone's going to get a firearm, they're going to get a firearm, whether they're building it at home or whether they're getting it via a straw purchase, or whether they're getting it, through some other means, or they ran up in another house and stole it, or whatever it is, right? Yeah, that we all know that's BS. I'm just saying. Ooh, dang, my cousin grabbed a gun out of a guy's hand at a store she worked at. Whew, that's dicey. Bet he filled out a 4473 for it too. Maybe. Dude, that's what I'm saying. See, and it's like, oh, man, my first instinct is like the push pull, right? Push, draw, bang 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 bang. That'd be my first thought. But if I push him and I have him at, the muzzle of my gun, and he turns tail and runs away, I'm probably not going to do anything. I mean, as far as discharging my firearm, right? Now, if I have him dead to rights, and his gun is at his 3 o'clock and mine is at his 12 o'clock, and this is why I talk about having these minimum standards achieved, like 100% no question, you can draw your handgun and place a at least one shot into the alpha in under 1 second from concealment. You are pro level. Dude could not even get it back to 12 o'clock by the time you draw and put one into the vitals. And you may still have, yeah, it's a tough one, man. I know it's, and I thought about this. It's super easy to say, dude would get a size 12 to the gut and, half of my mag, but it's like, yeah, but if he turns tail and runs, I mean, it could be an airsoft Glock, right? Because those are like 1-to-1 scale, like exactly like an OEM Glock. Man, it's tough to say though. If in that moment I feel like I bought myself that split second to keep me and my family and everyone safe, yeah, I probably would have pushed him away, kicked him away, or whatever. Yo, a swift kick, like a push kick, dog. That is a highly effective tool in a very up close and personal situation. But also remember, if you are doing something like a kick or a push kick or something like that, you're taking yourself off of balance and you're preventing yourself from drawing in that, split second. So I think the guy, gal, whatever, did the right thing with a boom, big push, and then just draw after that. You got to make the call if you're going to go to work or not. I mean, it would probably be, I don't even, oh man, that's so tough, dude. I don't think I could stop once in my head I hear beep, right, which would have been the gun. One of the things we started doing at training is using a shot timer. Again, shout out to Drew setting that shot timer. Love it. But in using that shot timer, if you're not going to hear a beep when in real life, if there's a scenario going down, right, you're not going to hear a beep. By the way, someone said something, I don't remember who it was, but they had said go on the B, not the P. And it took a second to be like, what is it, what do they mean, go on the B, not the P? So that means the second that timer goes off and it goes beep, don't wait for the timer to end to start the cycle of draw fire, right? Go on the B, not the P. That was some of the best advice I ever heard from someone, and I don't even remember who it was that said that. But that way, because it's like this weird thing you have where it's like it could take you 0.3 seconds for the beep to go off and for it to end for you to register. Now's the time for me to draw. If you go on that split second, like you're literally waiting like on the edge of the diving board, like you remember the what was it, Man on Fire? Was it Man on Fire? Which one was the Denzel one? why am I totally forgetting the name of this movie? You know the movie with Denzel. Is it Man on Fire? I think so. Somebody else. She quoted Bobby Hill. That's my purse. Man on Fire. That's right. It was. That's my purse, and I don't know you. That's funny. But Dad, never chase the P. Yeah, always the B. I've arrived. Techno, good to see you. Jason Schmidt, good to see you, man. Yeah, I mean, this is the equalizer. Yeah. No, Man on Fire. So I don't know if you guys remember I don't know if you guys remember there was a Vin Diesel movie that came out around the same time that was like a man apart. That's what it was, and I always get the titles all jacked up, and I'll talk about the wrong movie. But if you remember that movie, he's talking to the girl Peta that gets kidnapped. More kidnap stories to where she's getting working on her time to get off the diving board to dive into the water, and he noticed that she was every time the shot would go off, she would like recoil and then dive in, right? So that was totally slowing her down because she had a response to the stimulus, and then she collected herself, then dove in, and he was going through the whole thing of like, don't be scared of the beep, right? Don't be scared of the shot. That shot sets you free, right? As a matter of fact, you're a prisoner until you hear that, right? So it's kind of like that. That idea is the same thing when you're running a timer with with your handgun work or your rifle work or whatever it is. You're thinking of yourself as like, I'm a prisoner, I'm stuck, right, until I hear that beep. And then what we started doing is implementing, like with me and the boys, whether it's the boys from the church or the boys in the little crew, is when you hear that beep, you or someone yells gun, because the word gun is not, it's not just a gun, right? It's not just a word. It is a recognition of, I need to go now because gun. And you get a picture in your head, whatever that may be, to where that moment, if God forbid that ever happens, you're not waiting for a beep, because it's not going to come when God forbid, if that moment does ever happen. You're not going to hear a beep. They're not going to say, shooter ready. Are you familiar with the course of fire? Shooter ready, stand by, beep, right? So the moment that you hear in your head that it's go time, and it's like gun, go on the g, not the n, right? Go on the gun. It's beep right away. Go on the B, not the P. That's what I'm saying. So if you take those two things, mix it together, you get a great little package there. You're welcome. That was free. I'm just saying. Yo, Collateral, it was an excellent movie, bro. With the Mozambiques, super clean Mozambiques, bro. And actually, although it was a little bit exaggerated, pretty clean draw too. But let's be real, in 2025, who's wearing a Phobos holster, paddle holster with a suit jacket? Which I don't think he was wearing a belt either. Which, anyway, dope movie. Dude was fierce with it. Yo, homie. The briefcase scene. Oh, that was great. That was great. Anyway, yes, Heat is so good. Range Minded Podcast, Corn Pop, Agorizer, G23, Techno. Excuse me. All you guys, good to see you there. Oh, hey. ATF's gay. Facts. Yo, I know Collateral makes you want a USP 45. You mean Vin D has other movies besides Fast and Furious? I know, right? Just don't go watching stuff like Triple X on my account. That's all I'm saying. Okay, so there's a couple other things that popped up here that I think are kind of valuable to go over. Obviously, all this other stuff going on, like the blackouts, flash floods. Dude, what happened in Texas, having a daughter that is close in age to a lot of those kids that did not make it through that or have not yet been recovered, if, you know, Lord willing, if, you know, they are. Bro, I could not imagine. And apparently, as of last night, the death toll went from like 50 something to like 119, and already, I don't even know, close to the same amount that weren't recovered yet. So, dude, prayers to all the families out there, man. I could not imagine. Could you imagine sending your 6, 8, 9, 10-year-old child to camp and that's it? That was the last time you oh man, I couldn't imagine. So prayers to all the folks out there in Texas dealing with that, man. That is just absolutely just terrible. I could not imagine. Um and then the civil unrest. Apparently there was some stuff going on, which I'm gonna after tonight, I'm actually gonna do some digging into. Did you guys see that and actually, you know what? I'm probably gonna pull it up. I'll probably get in trouble for showing this, but I kind of don't care. So one of the things I was starting to say earlier is that there are some channels that, like, from time to time, we kind of make fun of. Okay, and we make fun of them because they, for an example, they'll do things like, oh, we're right on the cusp of a world without rule of law. Like, you guys need to buy my trucker hats before that, like stuff like that, right? Like it's kind of a joke, but there are really good channels out there that, even though they do seem to be, focused more on favoring themselves. And look, dude, I know I talk about DLD hardware and definition knives all the time. That is true because I just did it again. But um, using fear, right? Telling people that, like, you're not gonna make it without a DK1, bro. Okay. Like that's a little bit disingenuous, right? Like, let's talk about other more important things. Let's talk about water, food, shelter, security. Let's talk about how are you doing with your tools? Let's like, there's a billion other things. Do you have food sustainment? Do you have a team of people? Do you have comms? Do you have a comms schedule? Do you have do you, okay, this came up in another conversation on a different platform, but do you have a comms schedule, and do you have comms uh, terminologies, right? Like, if you have a small group of dudes, you can't just talk on the radio, hey, bud, I'm walking down Main Street, I'm 14 miles away from so and so. You got to have a completely different language of how you're communicating and talking, like I'm 5 mics out. Like, okay, everyone knows what that means. All right. Everyone knows what the DZ means. Everyone knows what mics means. Everyone know, like, so get creative with it, but also, like, there's so many other things to talk about. But at least in this situation where civilization is still intact, you got to make sure that, you're still, uh, in everyday life, making sure that you're strapped, that you're protected, that your family's protected, and then outside of that, make sure that you're focusing on water, food, shelter, security, blah blah blah. But also training yourself, being trained, and also being aware to your surroundings, not answering the door to some freaking lunatic with an orange vest on, that with a bladed body, with seemingly one arm, like, there's a lot of other stuff outside of this that we're talking about. But anyway, I digress. So some of these channels, while it may appear that they're kind of like shilling at times, and I'm sure people would say the same thing about me, so that's fine. But a couple of them actually have great information. Okay, number one is Black Scout Survival, right? A lot of people don't like, enjoy, or agree with him and the way he does things. However, he has a lot of great information. Full Spectrum Survival. another channel. A lot of people hate. I mean, I'll literally pull this up right now. Okay, so hang on. So we're gonna do this real quick. Boom. All right. Hang tight. Really? All right, let's do this. Let's go to oh, look at that. He went live. Let's go to okay, full spectrum survival.
Folks, I've got
Whoa, chill, bro. Chill. 375,000 subs. Okay, StreamYard. Okay, am I on the right one here? Yes. Okay, just making sure we're all here. Okay, all right. So this one, stay inside. Warn your kids. Do not let this happen. Okay, warning. Shot fired. Okay, so this one.
ice.
So oh, dang it! This is the wrong one. I did it again. Okay, here we go.
Folks,
So I'm probably going to have to cut audio on this one for a minute. Also, it does seem, you know what? Tell me this. Can you guys hear? Let me wait for the audio. Give me 1 second. So there was apparently some government employees that were, well, you know what? I'm gonna let him say it. If I get hit with a copyright thing, then it's all good. I would encourage you guys to get any information that you can from any source at any time. This would be another great place to get some information. However, if you look at his titles, blackout, get ready to lock it down, Chinese cyber threat, wildfires, flash flood. Well, I guess that's kind of similar to what we're talking about. But anyway, evacuate, like bug out now, like all sorts of stuff. It's like every day the world is ending, and every day, every single video that he posts, the title basically says, bug out now, bug out now, bug out now, twice a day for like 12 years. So at some point it's like, okay, let me still listen, but I'm going to very carefully pick and choose what information I'm taking in from, certain individuals. But I do want to play something here that I think would be valuable to you. I might get a copyright strike here, but let's just run it and see what happens. And if you guys could tell me, let me know if you're still getting audio. I'm going to go ahead and run it.
we are going. We might be preparing for civil war right outside of our doorstep, right outside of our government officials' houses. Remember, it was just a couple of weeks ago you saw government officials smoked in their own homes. It was just a couple of days ago that you saw.
This is why I absolutely love my moderators. Thank you so much. Code24 says, this YouTube live stream may contain copyright material in accordance with the fair use doctrine under U.S. copyright law. This content is intended for educational, commentary, and criticism purposes only. Thank you. Appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Now he will still get an alert that someone used his video, and he'll choose like, oh, do I care about DLD or not? Care about me, full spectrum survival. Care about me. All right, hang on. Let me go down to new comments. Are you guys getting 5x5? Beautiful. All right, hang tight. Also, listen very carefully to what he is alleging in this video. He is saying that there have been government employees tracked down and gunned down at their private residences because they have been doxxed and all that. So I have not heard that, but he also said, of course, that's intentionally being held away from mainstream media, and of course I would totally understand why they would not be advertising that in mainstream media. So I digress. Anyway, let's go.
Saw federal a couple of days ago that you saw federal officials lured out of their buildings and smoked by people hiding in the woods. It was just a few days ago that we saw government and police officials being attacked in their homes. The reason the media isn't telling you this is because they're real afraid of copycats. They know that if people catch wind that there are others with hate in their hearts like they have, they're going to say, okay, well, if it's good for you to go do it, then it might be good for XYZ to go do it, as their newest pronoun is.
So, for people that aren't familiar with his channel, what he does is he has an algorithm put together that literally searches hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of what he and his small group of folks have determined to be credible sources for news and information. And it literally sifts through all of these hundreds and hundreds, or in some cases thousands of websites and message boards for like military message boards, like stuff like that. And then he takes the info. When something pulls, he goes and he looks at it and then reports on it. So is it all 100%? I'm sure it's not. But is it enough to get me, like, you know, looking for more information on things or researching to see if things are correct? I mean, of course, you know, anyone in their right mind would. But here, we'll just let it roll.
We're going to watch this video and look at how.
Sorry, one other thing. When this audio kicks in on this video, it is literally going to be almost all female screaming. Okay, constant, ridiculous, just absolutely absurd screaming. So I'm giving you guys a heads up in advance that there's going to be a bunch of ridiculous screaming coming in just a moment, which is why I was considering muting it, but I wanted y'all to hear what he was saying first.
We are so close to civil war. I'm going to mute it because it's probably driving you crazy, like the screaming is driving me crazy in the background, or maybe your kids will run in because they think that something's wrong. But guys, this is what we are facing right now, and this is why the Marines are about to be deployed across our entire country. Folks, this is civil unrest. We're about to see U.S. military personnel deployed in multiple states in a protectionist manner, but fully armed to the teeth. They are going to be wearing their ballistic protection, carrying their force multipliers, and prepared to take out U.S. citizens if it goes that way. Now, you need to start asking yourself, who would want that? Why would a certain side of our government want that to happen? And it's because they lost power. They lost the control they had over their corruption. They lost the never-ending money check that they were getting using your tax money, funneling it through to shell corporations for a Ukrainian war. They lost it. And now they don't care who they have to burn, what houses they need to take out, what cribs they need to kick, or what cars they need to torch to get power back. Some of the people in government are saying right now that this is an end-all be-all, that we are already, they say we already started civil war. You and I just haven't realized it yet because every time you go to Walmart, it's not complete chaos. Well, it has been chaos for a long time at Walmart, but every time we go, we know that we are very close. So I'm doing my part. I'm getting a lot. I live.
Okay. All right. Thanks, Brad. All right. So are we going back to the video? Was that it? Okay. Hang on. Okay. Hang on.
You know what? Let's throw some of that screen back in. There we go. That was about enough of it for me. But you can.
So I'm wondering, just by some of the looks of things. Oh, I didn't. Oh yeah, I called you out earlier, Drewski. I don't know if you saw it earlier because it took like 40 minutes for me to get started, but I did. Yeah, I shouted out both Drewski and Kurt for the Cash App. So that saddens me that you weren't here for the thinking of the Cash App, because that was the most important part. But yes, in the beginning, I did. Thank you, and again for Kurt 24 and for Drew, like both within a couple minutes of each other. You guys um, both sent Cash Apps, man. I appreciate you guys for real. There's another video that I actually had to download and pull from IG to showcase to you guys. The dollar store is sold out of his sunglasses. Yeah, it's funny. I don't know. I don't know why people have this weird thing about, you know, the way they look on camera. I mean, I guess in a way I do it with like putting my hat on or my beanie on, which I'm already wishing that the winter months were back because I miss my beanies. So I'm wondering if this was a protest, like a Fui Palestine protest or an ICE protest or something like that, that went. Oh, hold on. FBI agents have arrested Zhu Ziwi, a 33-year-old Chinese national. He was picked up in Milan, Italy by the FBI Houston agents following a U.S.-issued arrest warrant. He's accused of participating in cyber espionage activities targeting COVID-19 research, among other cyber attacks. Whoa. He worked with another individual, Zhang Yu. Hold up. Zhang Yu, was that the dude? Was Zhang Yu the other dude that got caught smuggling in the bio agent? And both are implicated in stealing research data from the U.S. institutions at the behest of China's Ministry of State Security. One of their attacks also severely damaged Microsoft's equipment. They face multiple charges, including computer intrusion and theft of trade, blah, blah, blah. Dang, that's pretty crazy. Let me see. I want to see what the bottom part says here. Okay, we read that, Brad. Okay, come on. Let me see the bottom. Let me see the bottom. Okay, bring it down. Oh, really? They face multiple charges, including computer intrusion and theft of trade secrets. He is one of the first Chinese spies ever arrested by the FBI. Dang, that's crazy. All right, let's do this. Now, this one I'm going to have to personally share, so it's not going to share audio unless I let it come through my mic because it's not in a tab. It sucks, but it's just a thing. So hang on one second here. Okay, got it. All right, let me pull this up. 1 second. Okay, so now this, shout out to all my Philly homies out there, bro. So this is in Philly. If this is not an indicator that it is time to get out of the cities, and we too low, to get out of the cities and make sure that you always have as much protection on you as possible. And I'm not talking about magnums, bro. Let's pull this up here. Okay, so if you guys had seen this, this was recorded on a doorbell camera, ring camera, in Philly. And when I was a kid, I was like 18 to 20, 21. I used to go, well, I guess a little 22, 23. I used to go out to Philly. Like literally we would just go out there to like kick it and eat, cheesesteaks and buy other stuff too. And it wasn't like this, but stand by. And a lot of you guys, like I can't just share a link because Brooklyn Patriot, you have to privately sub to him or you can't see any of his stuff, or you have to privately follow him to be allowed to see his stuff, either because he's throttled on IG or or the way his account's set up. Either way, I just figured it'd be better to download it. But check this out if you have not seen it. Let me push the mic over here too. Don't worry, you'll hear it. So what it appears, okay, going back here, let me see if I can zoom in on this too. Can I zoom in on this? Can I zoom? Okay, so what it looks like here. I wonder if I can do this. No, I can't. So what it looks like here is, if you see on the bottom, because it's covered with his name, you can't really tell. People are already taking cover. Okay, so what it looks like, if we're looking at the scene we have right here as a clock, 12 o'clock is on top, 3 o'clock to the right, 6 on bottom, 9 to the left, right? Somewhere from 9 o'clock or west, whatever you want to call it, shots had come from. Now, there's some shots that start going from 3 o'clock to 9 o'clock across the road. And then there's a dude that draws a semi-auto out of his waistband or bag. I can't really tell. And then he starts launching some rounds to 3 o'clock. Or, excuse me, did I say 3? I'm sorry, to 9 o'clock. And then one dude, the guy is literally like 2 feet above all of the people that are taking cover, and the dude takes out a Glock with a switch and just he dumps at least 20 rounds. We could probably slow it down and see. I don't think it was a full 33 round stick, but we'll let it run again. Goodness gracious. Okay, so let's see here. Oh man, and he's just like moving it like this, like that's not gonna help you, bro. Okay, so right over his boys. Dang, he already busted around. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I thought Glocks stopped working when you limp wristed at 7, 8, 9. Oh, dang it. 10, 11, 12. Stainless barrel, really? 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it looks like it was around 20 rounds, but dude, look, because he's losing so much control. Man, his face is all up in that camera, bro. You're short. And whatever crappy resolution video you get from your doorbell provider, trust me, when the subpoena comes in to Ring directly, they get much higher quality video. Okay, so that dude drops like 6 rounds. All right, so watch him lose control like completely. I'm gonna have to zoom out a little more. Okay, so watch him lose control like completely here, and literally trying to fight the recoil, he goes down and is pushing against it. Sometimes what happens with Glock switches is you end up with a dead trigger, but the striker is still re-engaged. So you just need to let go and pull again, depending on how crappy the Glock is and how crappy the switch is. The only reason I know that is because I used to work with an 0702 SOT manufacturer. So Fed boys, chill out. That's the only reason I know that. And just tolerance issues and stuff. But fighting against that recoil, you kind of got to push it back and down. And what almost happened is he almost turned his friends into a big bowl of spaghetti right there. Watch him fighting against it. Oh, what an idiot, dude. So he comes up here. 1, 2, 3, 4. I already lost it. It's hard to tell because not every shot has a muzzle blast, and not every frame catches shells coming up. Oh, dude, it's just like it's like a cartoon trying to control a fire hose. I'll let it run. Dude, that's insane. Which look, whatever you have to do, get out of the cities. I used to live way, way closer to the city, and it took moving multiple times to get as far away as I am now. But man, I mean, that's probably just some crazy street beef, right? But if I was a big dummy like I was back in the day and went out to go get a cheesesteak and some whatever, well, I'm going to be in some trouble if I get caught between 3 o'clock and 9 o'clock at the wrong time. So anyway, I'm bringing all this stuff up to remind you guys that well, not only does it feel like Jesus is going to come back any day now, but we got to make sure that while we are living in this disgustingly evil world, we got to make sure that we're doing everything we can to be good people, and also be prepared, and you know make sure that you're doing your best to get right with God, to have a great relationship with Christ, but also to it's a righteous thing to protect yourself physically, regardless of what your beliefs are. But even a Christian, right? It's I don't know where people get this thing where I've had, like, in some of the videos that have like blown up, I've had some people say, "You're a Christian? Well, then what's up with all the guns in the back?" I'm sorry. Like, do these things not compute or something? Like, is the one without the other? Because people correlate guns with violence, right? Guns aren't tools. Guns aren't tools of self-preservation to some people. Man, I should have even said that because someone could snip that. In some people's eyes, they don't believe that guns are tools of self-preservation, are tools of righteous. I should be careful about how I phrase that. Could be used as tools of, righteous war, right? So we do need to make sure that we're prepared to fight evil. And there may be a day where you are standing literally face to face with evil, and it's going to depend on your tools being on you, and your skills and abilities, your time, and how fast you can put shots in the alpha. So it's important that we continue to train. Don't don't depend just on yourself. So shiny AK. Yeah, I do have the Chrome AK up there. Not only do I have the Chrome AK up there, but I got that 11.5 Super Dookie right there. I got to be honest though, man. Red Dawn and I were talking. I was like, man, I'm tempted to put that Holosun Gold Dot on there, but I love the etched reticle on that 1X Prism. I got the Frag Out up there. I got the 14.5 Super Duty, 11.5 Super Duty. Yeah, bunch of stuff. Plus, that bad boy has the FERT in it, and then it also, if you can see right there, Drewski, right there, that SMS laser. I'll be doing some work on that soon. There's a 200-yard range that I have access to now, and possibly this weekend I'll be going back out there. If you guys saw some of the shorts that I dropped with some of the pistol work that I've been doing, we're likely going to be able to get into the rifle range, and I'm going to see if I can do that this weekend. So, Halasan, I know, dude. Look, I'll be real with y'all. I could literally grab that Geisley mount right there. Okay. It's crazy how much the Geisley mount and this bad boy look exactly the same. Dude, I'm okay. Rarely will you ever hear me say, like, I am thoroughly impressed with Holosun. Holosun is inexpensive, effective, and obviously, I have a close relationship with Gideon. Love those guys, love their optics. All of them have been great for everything I've ever done with them. And I got to be honest, man, I am thoroughly impressed with this dot from Holosun, and I've always used their products and I've been happy with it. But man, I mean, have y'all, like, their new production stuff, like, dude, look at that, bro. Like, what? If you can zoom in and look at also they got the lugs in there for the um off um what do you call them? Like the next Picatinny slots. Dude, it's I'm crazy impressed. But not only am I impressed with that mount, I'm impressed with the gold dot optic. It's a super clean, super crisp optic. And Drew, man, brother, thank you, man. I don't know if so earlier I'd shouted you out for the optic and also for the Cash App, and also Kurt, brother, thank you for the Cash App as well. Um, and I was considering doing something or waiting for goals, but you know what? I'm just gonna throw it out there. So let me grab something real quick. Hang on one second. So I got something here, and I wanted to show them to you guys. Part of me, honestly, is like, man, why don't I just like let me take this down. Did someone say Holosun? I know Red Dawn loves Holosun. And honestly, I've every single Holosun optic I've ever run has been 100%. The only red dots that I've had fail are the Justice from what is it? Swamp Fox that failed. Sig Romeo failed. What else? Primary Arms SLX RS10. All the Holosuns, the Trigicon, the Gideons, all of those have been 100%. The bro, and can we get a moment just to freaking honor? Oh, that's in the other room. Just to honor Goombeam Dog. Like, psh, look at that. That is insane. The assault light, and who knows? Maybe one day we'll get that assault light, weapon mounted light, the rifle light, bro. Anyway, so I got something here. I had asked, dang it, hang on one sec. Here, while I do this, enjoy this quick video.
This shit's gonna blow up.
No, it won't blow.
All right, for sure.
Crimson Trace, what with the Crimson Trace light, or which one? Dark, is that a telescope mounted to a telescope mounted to a mount? That is a Geisley 1:6 LPVO, low power variable optic. I always got to think of that acronym, with a an acro mounted to it. So it's got the 1:6 LPVO with the Geisley mount with a acro mount on it. The what's it called? Reptilia acro mount with a Gideon mediator on it. Awesome, love it. And that's going to be those two are going to be the two that I'm running at the 200-yard range if I can get out there this weekend, dude. Piggyback red dot optic on an LPVO, perfect, perfect. Is that a Sky CPX2 on your wall, Dark? Absolutely not. What? There's only 2 Berettas and all Glocks on the wall. Come on. That's a chromey Glock. I would handle it and show you, but can't do that on this platform. So I wanted to show something off. So after we approved the sample, we placed an order for some knives. And these knives were knives that we have shown off before, but haven't released yet because we had only had a partial shipment fulfilled. So these literally don't even have names yet. Okay. But for all of you that have purchased any of the knives from Definition Knives, I had told you guys that we were doing some frame locks and some liner locks. Well, this little fatty right here is the FDE version with carbon fiber fused into the handle And the backside is that stonewash frame lock. It's got a flipper, and check it out. Look at that freaking warnie, and look how thick that mug is. I mean, this is like, if you could think of a razor knife that was just like a massive frame lock that's like 5 millimeters thick. I think it's like 4 point something, but dude, it is massive, and those warnies are awesome. This is a work knife, straight up work knife. But because we only have 5, I don't want to do a launch with it. Oh, also, this is 2.9 inches. So, man, it's just so freaking cool. It's 2.9 inches. So, technically, federally, even in certain buildings, you could have this, and it is federally not recognized as a weapon. It's a tool. Whereas other knives, if you were to be carrying around larger knives, say you go to pick up, your kid from school or something like that. Anyway, so it's a little chode, but bro, this thing is a freaking workhorse, dude, and it's a fatty. So because we got a couple versions of this, but because we only got what we could at the time, I actually only have. Get this. Hang on. This is it. I literally have these 5, and obviously in like the packaging and all that, and the little swag packs. But I got these 5, and that's it. They're going to be priced at the same price as all the other, like the Journalist, the Birdshot, the Lumen. They're going to be priced at the same $59. But bro, to have this just massive, thick, crazy knife that is a frame lock with like, look at that lock right there too. Look at the lockup on that thing. Also, just the same as all the other knives from Definition Knives, we're using the copper discs with ball bearings, super smooth. So literally just a little finger flick, and that thing is out there. It's not just a bolster and a screw. But yeah, I don't know. I mean, I didn't want to start while we're waiting for China. I didn't want to start and do, because this is in launch 2. When am I going to launch this other knife from launch 2 and just like sell 5 of them? So what I was thinking of doing is saying, okay, I'm going to open this up to channel members only, or do it on the live stream only, and just say like, whoever wants them, shout it out, and and then we'll just off the books, shoot it over, and I'll ship them out. I was thinking of doing something like that, but I don't know. Man, this is just such a freaking, like, I mean, that is just a little shanker. And knowing that you could like probably chip concrete with that thing, dude. I mean, you could do some serious work with that. Just to give you guys an idea, like people always say, like, dude, the DK1 is thick. Like this is like literally 3 times the size of most of the Benchmades out there. But look at that bad boy, dude. It's even where the blade gets thicker. I mean, that thing is just freaking, it's a monster, dude. Look at that. That's crazy. Dude, they are dope. We do have another one that's coming out that is OD green, but it's carbon fiber fused into the G10. So it's flat dark earth G10, carbon fiber fused into that thing. You got a deep blood drain in there, and then you have, of course, an absolutely stunning Definition Knives logo. Gorgeous Warncliffe blade. These are here, because just so y'all know, for full transparency, we actually put the steel type, we laser the steel type into the blade. So it's 8CR13 MOV, and yeah, we're selling them for $59. So she a thick gal, big booty. Yeah, so if you guys are interested, I only have 5 of them. So just let me know. Let me know in chat. And yeah, so interesting point. So what I'm referring to is, well, it'd be better if I give an example. So for an example, if someone were to be going to like pick up their child from school, and if they were to have a utility knife on them, which they use for work, for utilitarian stuff. Oh, nice. Kurt 20 just hit me with a text. He's in for one. So if you were to have your knife from work on you or something like that, then if you were to have something like what I usually carry with me, like one of these, right? Or the DK1 or something like that, they could technically say that this is a weapon or could be a weapon because it is more than 2.9 inches. Oh, hold on, just got another message. Hold up. Did we just sell 2 of them? Hold on. Okay, so naturally, you guys are incredible. Kurt 24 is in for one. Drew is in for one. So we have 3 left. 3 left. Dang. Okay, I didn't know that we were going to start with 3 of them. But yeah, they're $59, and I mean, I could probably just cover the shipping too. So shipping is like $8 or less. But this would basically allow, and this came up in a specific conversation with a specific family member that was like, this is why I keep a 2.9-inch knife on me in the bag, in the car, or whatever, because if I need to go on to, and look, I'm not giving anyone legal advice. Don't take legal advice from me. If you do take advice from me, you're stealing. Shout out to CRS. Miss you, love you. But this would technically, I believe, be lawful to carry onto school grounds, as like if as an adult going to pick up their child or whatever, because it's 2.9 inches, and other buildings included in that, where you wouldn't be able to bring any weapons. It's not a weapon federally. It is not seen as a weapon. So just a little thing. So we did a couple knives based off of that kind of concept and idea, and we were like, okay, if we're going to do a blade that is 2.9 inches or less, then we need to make that thing a straight cutter. We need to make it a straight up Warncliffe and sharp as heck. And we need to make that thing like as thick as a 22 caliber cartridge. We didn't go that that crazy with it. Oh, my bad. Hold on. I'm sorry. I wasn't paying attention to chat. I was looking at the image of the knife in the take my money, please. What you got, bro? I love good knives. So we have, okay, let me go back because I totally missed. Death Steel is good if you're learning to use a stone and stroke. 100%. It is excellent. Dang. Yo. Drewski, brother. Okay, hang on. So I'm Drewski, thank you for shooting the Cash App over. So Drewski got one. Kurt says he wants some, and you didn't have to send 65, brother. Thank you, man. That'll cover shipping. I appreciate you. And I'll throw swag packs in for every single one, so you get like the well, if you haven't seen it, it's a whole swag pack. So hold on. Okay, so Bob says one for me. Okay, so Kurt, Drew. So Drew, you already sent that. So that's Drew. Okay, so Drew, and then Kurt, and then Bob, of course, and then Bob, and then Senor Bob. Great to see you, by the way, Senor Bob. And then P38 Wilbur says he's in for one. And was that Zanti? We may be done. Dang. Okay, Kurt sent it already too. Holy moly, you guys are quick. Okay, I think that's it. Hey, Ron, brother, good to see you, man. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at chat for a minute. Okay, Zanti. Okay, so that's I guess it's more difficult than I thought to do these via live streams. Okay, so we got Drewski and Kurt, and oh yeah, thank you by the way, because Cash App takes it takes a little bit too, so that'll cover shipping and um oh no. Oh bro, no. Matt Smith, oh my goodness. Bro, holy moly. Okay. Um so I think the 5 are already sold, but also YouTube takes half of that. Yo, can you reverse that? Has anyone ever reversed a Cash App or a super chat? Because I would hate for $30 to go to YouTube for that. Yeah, I think that's all 5 are giving up. Dude, holy moly, Matt Smith. I think Matt, we'll have to get on the phone tomorrow because Range Minded Podcast probably within the next month or so, month and some change. We're still waiting. You are local too. Yeah, that oh man. Hold on, I'm missing. I think you can deny I can deny it. Hold on. Let me click on it. No, I can't no, it won't let me. Dang, it won't I can't do anything. There's no all right, well hang tight. Let's see. Let's make sure we're not missing anyone. Okay, so hold on. Dang, okay, you guys are quick. Okay, hang on. So this is going too fast for my brain. Okay. Whoa, okay. Tim Harper just Cash Apped me. Okay, slow down, guys. We need to confirm all of this first. Okay, so hold on, don't expect it. Don't accept it. Yeah, I can't. I don't see a way to not accept it. There's no like 3 dots that drop down or anything. There's no way. I can't even like I'm clicking on it right now. I can't click on it. Dude, Matt, see if you can reverse it on your end. Because I would hate for that to sync. And either way, I'll still make sure that you're taken care of, okay? Because I know you still sent $60 via super chat, which it just sucks that the way YouTube is they take half. But I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. So drill them up one. Nice. I give up mine. Okay. So let me back up a little bit. Okay. Yeah, try to reverse it, but if not, either way, I'll still make sure you're taken care of. It just I may not be able to do one of these, but we have like 8 other knives to choose from. So hang on a sec. So Drew, we got Kurt 24, and then we got people that already sent cash. Hang on. So Drew and Kurt 24. And Tim Harper didn't say anything. He just sent cash. And then, but then also on the other side, Bob and Zanti wanted one. Here, you know what? Maybe what I should do is literally just go right here and do this. Boom. There's the Cash App right there. Oh no, because if too many send it, that's going to be a disaster. So Zanti, you called one first, so you can send that via Cash App. 59, and if you want to send just a few dollars for literally just a few, like $3 or so, $5, whatever, for shipping and fees for that Cash App takes. But hold on, who was the other one that we're missing? So Dark Shopping Network. I know. Peace out, Range Minded Podcast, and I'll let you know as soon as they're coming in too. We're waiting. Matt Smith, hit me up tomorrow. Call and text me tomorrow, and I'll make sure we get connected and get you taken care of. We'll figure out what to do for you. Okay, so Drew, Kurt, Timothy Harper, and Bob, which Bob gave his up, but let me just get it out. I got to get the words out of my brain. Bob and Zanti. And then who else am I missing? I was missing someone else. Bob, Zanti. Hold on. And Range Minded Podcast. Okay, hold on. Do I need to go up and see who put one in first? Okay, so that was Bob. Yeah, dude, the Lumen is perfect to carry as a second knife. Okay, so Senor Bob, take my money, please. Okay, so if we got Drew, sound off in chat. We got Drew, Kurt, and Tim Harper that paid for one already. So if Matt Smith sent a super chat, and thank you, Bob, for giving it up. I feel guilty about that, man. I mean, I want one. Oh, so the Cash App is right here in the corner, right here. If you take your phone and either screenshot the screen, or if it's like on a TV or something and you put the phone up to it, it'll take you to Cash App. It's the QR code right there in the corner, right here. But hold on, how do I work this out in my brain? So Matt Smith, let me know if you'd be open to another knife, or if you only wanted this one. But I will wait. Oh, good point. It's also in the description. So that's okay. So Drew, Kurt, Tim Harper, and wasn't I missing someone that also said? So it was Bob and Zanti and Range Minded Podcast that wanted one, and then by the way, so good to see you, Ron Wayne. Love you, bud. Let's see. Yes, and we're out of the Boyd. And for some reason, I still can't remove it from the website. But the Boyd is, bro, that's probably one of the dopest knives that we got, named after my pops. So then that should still give us 1, 2, 3. So I got to figure it out with Matt Smith. So if we, I guess if you could reverse that, maybe we could do something. I don't know. I know, too. This is hard to do without. I don't want anyone to feel any kind of way about Yeah, I can't reverse. No refunds on YouTube. Yeah, I'd be totally open to different knives. Okay, let's do this because I do want to make sure. I don't want anyone to feel like they, aren't getting taken care of or aren't getting, what they're owed. That's something that I would say that I'm passionate about. So we have Drew, Kurt, and Tim Harper already sent the money. Zanti is sending his right now. And we have the one that Bob gave up. So I'd say, Bob, you get firsties if you want it or not. If you want to, hold off, Range Minded Podcast can grab it, or I can work something out with Matt Smith. So let me know. It's all about what you guys are open to doing as well. For some reason, I saw this working totally differently in my mind. Thanks, man. Appreciate you. Okay, you're out for now. Okay, so we do have that fifth one. So You'll wait till the release. Okay. So now, great news. We have an extra one available. So, okay. So Drew, Kurt, Tim Harper, Zanti is these freaking balloons, man. Zanti is sending the cash, and then we have a fifth one. So we do still have a fifth one. So Matt Smith, if you want to, let's do this for the fifth one. Hit me up tomorrow, and we'll figure it out. Because you know I mean, it sucks because I mean you sent the $60, so it's not, you know, I didn't clarify at that point, you know, send money via this way, so it's not your fault, and I don't want you getting penalized for being eager, you know. Um, but yeah, hit me up. I'll make sure that you get taken care of. And um, Zanti, are you good? Do you have Bob range mine? Zanti want one. Oh, dang, Red Dawn, I just saw your picture. That's gangster. Okay, yeah. Okay. Okay, got it. I appreciate you. Yeah, and I mean, him and I will connect tomorrow. So, Zanti, we're just waiting on yours for the last one, and I'll take care of you. I mean, that's the oh, Walt, that's the other one. All right, let's do this. Matt Smith, let's get on the call tomorrow, and Walt, if we have one left over, I got you. Otherwise, hang tight just for a sec on that. Man, why did I think that'd be way more like, you know, organized than I thought it was going to be? That was a very difficult, unorganized thing. I just didn't see that. I didn't see that happening. But I do appreciate all you guys jumping in like that, because to have a one of five definition knives special, this is this is a super special blade, and this is like the beginning of us experimenting with the carbon fiber fused to the G10, and crazy thick blades. It's, I mean, I ever say anything like this, it reminds me of like the Medford, like size and shape. I know I'm not saying it's a Medford. Chill out, all the freaks that are like, "How dare you?" I'm just saying the size, shape, and thickness of it gives me that like Medford vibe. That's all I'm saying. But the G10 showed, yeah. I guess I should probably also come up with a name for it. We got several names that are sitting in the queue that haven't been used yet, but one of them is going to be used on the future version of this in OD green, and DLD, time to re-examine your sales prospectus. I know, right? Um, yeah, I mean, it's gonna have a name, but we usually what we'll do is like we can do a uh you know, a name for the OD green one and then a name for the FDE one, so we can honor like two people within the 2A community. Name it Bob's knife. Name it Matt Smith's knife. Think about doing an AR9 build. You know, that would be dope, especially with a super safety or FRT. Yeah, I just feel terrible because, like, you know, it's, I mean, Matt Smith sent the cash, right? And then also, um, you know, unknowingly uh, sent half of it because YouTube is a bunch of commies. So we actually are working on a CRS knife. So that's for future, and it's going to be very matte inspired. The bob, it is bobbed, right? Because this is bobbed, right? It's a, if you think of like bobbed, you think of something like short cut, right? Just like a bobbed haircut. maybe we call it the bob. we'll see, because I can't make the tag. Yeah, CRS. It's a sketching of a knife. Oh, dude. The CRS is a sketching of a knife on a piece of metal. Oof. Oof, dude. That's terrible. Walt, I'll get back with you on it. Matt Smith, we'll talk tomorrow, and we'll make sure that everyone feels that they weren't totally screwed over. I certainly wasn't expecting this. It's funny because like I've been telling you guys like, hey, I'm selling a bunch of stuff. I'm getting rid of a bunch of stuff. If you guys want anything, let me know. I'm like holding up like here's knives that I'm selling or whatever, and everyone's just like, oh, okay, cool. And then I'm like, yo, we got this this knife we can't launch yet. And everyone's like, we all want one right now. So it's just kind of funny. But actually, this is still one that I'm selling too. Bam, that's a different company. I mean, that's not a Definition knife though. And then you may also see a green Aegean in the future. We'll see. There's so much that we're working on to, dude. Also, there's some. I didn't even get to show you guys any of this stuff. Hold on. Hold up. All right, check this out. Working on some EDC stuff. Check this out, bro. Look at these. And it'd be crazy to think like look at that with some plum paracord on that thing. Ooh, it'd be crazy to think like a 3D printed knuckle duster. That's crazy, right? Like you couldn't actually use that thing. Bro, these things are freaking solid, dude. Crazy solid. Also for dudes out there, if you're like me, this one's cool too. Hold up. The little bead is such a dope touch too. That white with the black and red eyes. That one's dope. The black one is really, really dope too. But if you're like me and you carry a bunch of batteries on you, these bad boys are actually CR123 carriers that are perfect. And actually, these ones carry CR123s, but they don't fit the new SL B9s from Streamlight that are rechargeable. So I scaled it and scaled it up 1/4 of a millimeter, and they literally fit in there perfectly. So boom. Oh, and I got a white one too. So they're like perfect for little flashlight battery compartments. So just like cool little stuff like that. And then also let me show this one off. We'll just do that while we have it here. Hold up. Oh, dang it. It's on the other side of the room. It's a cylindrical piece of PLA Plus, and it's a tubular piece that when you unscrew it and pull it out, it literally has CR 2032s all in it. Like, it honestly kind of looks like a can. Hang on. So there's a little bit of post-processing that would need to be done. But basically, this is the outside of it right here. And this is the cap. But what goes into the cap is this shelf for CR 2032s and other batteries too. You push that in and you have a whole, it looks like a cutaway can, right? Dang it. guys, hold on. Give me 30 seconds. Hang on. Actually, here, I'll just put it on mute. Hang on. The fact that all 52 of you stayed, you guys are incredible. Love y'all. This is great content right here, right? As Dark pours a shot of his child NyQuil. Yeah, right. Dude, it's crazy being a part-time single dad. All right, so I just went through without like there's so much stimulation when you're streaming, right? You have obviously everything you're thinking of and talking about, then you have all the chat coming in, and then when you add the external stuff too, like stuff coming through on my phone and cash apps and all that, I was just kind of like having a difficult time parsing all the information that was coming. So we do have all 5 given away. I'll get back to the thing I was showing off in 1 second. So Drewski, Drew, Kurt, Tim Harper, and Zanti. And then between Bob was kind enough to pass for now, Range Minded Podcast, pass for now. And then we have Matt Smith, who already sent $60 via the super chat. Goodness, I'm sorry. And then Walt that once won as well. So we'll figure out the last one, and I'm going to make sure that everyone's taken care of. I just I never want anyone to walk away feeling like, man, I got screwed over. Or I got the short end of the stick. Plus, look, even if you don't get like that particular one, right? And Walt, I'll get with you after the show. Even if you don't get that particular one, the great news is I got so much stuff that it's for sale right now that you will end up with a super awesome badass knife. Don't feel bad. But I never want anyone feeling like they're getting screwed over. Don't walk away mad. Just walk away, right? I just never want anyone to feel like they're getting screwed over, because once you add in like the money thing, it's really easy for people to get uncomfortable and whatnot. Also, I believe I have the original first approved sample unbranded. But we'll see. We'll see. It may not be branded. It may have. Sometimes they send knives with like fake one-off brands on them, right? Just to like or like some of their subsidiaries or stuff, just to have something on it so it can be imported lawfully. Sometimes they literally don't put anything on anything at all. I know it's crazy. But anyway, I will make sure you guys are good. So we'll hold off for a second, and we'll probably have to. I did receive Zanti, so we got Zanti, Drew, and Kurt, and Tim Harper, and then I want to make sure that Matt and Walt are taken care of. P38 Wilberto. So, dang, that was way more complicated than I thought it was going to be. So we'll make sure all that's taken care of by tomorrow. All right. But getting back to this really quickly, I'll show you guys a completed unit too. But basically, you have this shelf of like a tray of batteries that can be separated from it as well. Personally, I think I would rather like super glue that together and then just hold that together as you screw it in, right? But here's one where it's got the little indicator of what part is up, right? So then I can hold that part up, unscrew it, pull this off, keep this in my bag or whatever, right? And then open it up, and then boom, you got batteries in there. I got that. What's this small one called again? It's like 16 something. The super small Holler Sun size battery, RMSC battery. So those are just sitting in there, and you can fill it up with as many as you want. The only thing that kind of sucks is that if you're not going to use them like right away very quickly, then it's kind of dumb to remove them from the vacuum sealed packaging, because then they start dying over time. But if you're going to be going through a whole bunch of them, then that would be advantageous. Now, for these, I got a bunch of these Surefire batteries, and when you get these in bulk, they literally come in white cardboard boxes, right? So this is actually going to be better for it than the freaking white cardboard box. And then you have, obviously, this one says SLB9, but I ended up printing the white ones to indicate which ones are the rechargeable streamlights. But yeah, they're cool little, double barrel. And then they have the little, piece on the side that catches with that little piece on the side. I actually had to file it down a little bit because of how much contact it was making. It was like almost impossible to get the lids off of this thing. But yeah, they're really cool. Like, just who would have thought that you could make all this stuff just at the house? Like, you know what I need? I need this. And then, making super cool stuff like that. And then also after July 4th, I need to go through and refill a bunch of those 37 Mike rounds. And I actually, let me see if I can pull this up here. Yeah, please, no one send any more money, please. I don't want there to be any other confusion. Yeah, so hold off, P38 Wilbur, just hold off until me, you, and Matt talk until we can figure it out and make sure everyone leaves happy. All right, let me pull up this video right quick. Okay, look, check this out. Okay, so this is the first frame. Oh, dang it, this is hard to see. Hold on. So that's the first frame. You see it falling back to the ground because that failed. Second frame. Okay. Oh, this will be a good one. Third frame. Now, this is an aluminum one. You see how it's got that red tinge to it? Fourth frame. Now, check this out. This is insane. This is the fifth frame. That's your boy. That's your boy down there. And that is the 5th frame. Like, that's insane. And I got it on video too. Hold up. I mean, how dope is that? Shout out to my boy that let me bust this stuff in the middle of his parking area. Hold on. Let me see. Which one? Okay, here it is. You gotta say fire in the hole. Okay, hold on. Here it goes. Why is oh, it's because the volume's all the way down. Third. So it failed. It went super low. Yo, listen to the acoustics on that thing, bro. Listen to this. Dang it. I muted it on accident. If you guys have ever heard a 12 gauge without ears, 15 feet in front of you, multiply that by 2. Here. That's great. All right, now. Okay, now let's pull it back here a little bit and let's do this. So much fun. Anyway, I got more of that I can show you guys another time. Actually, like bring the videos over here, but very, very cool. I know kids are the best, bro. 3.5-inch Magnum 12 gauge without ears level. So what I had done is I had taken this 3D printed bird banger, right? And I actually used way less powder than you can lawfully, I didn't hit like the max powder. I never go above the max powder weight anyway, but I used way less powder, but I just like used so much pressure with cardboard, making basically a tiny little like firecracker. And then I just packed it in there with doing everything I could do to increase the pressure. And then instead of using like hot glue around the whole inside, I actually put some aluminum powder in there, and that's what gave it that red burst color, it was really cool. It was really cool. But I only used a very, very little amount of propellant, and obviously I separated the two because they don't care if you go mixing stuff together. They're weighing all of that. Anyway, yeah, very cool, very fun time. But I busted like all of the my backyard caught fire 4th of July. Dang. Yeah, we have to be super cautious, man. It's it's no joke. The safety, rules, they never change, right? Always have first off, always practice common sense, be cautious, think twice before you do something, but always have fire extinguishers close by, always, all the things, at least a bucket of water, things like that. Okay, so for all of you guys that grabbed one of these knives, first off, congrats, you are going to love it. These things are absolutely stunningly gorgeous. And man, that freaking blade, that super crazy thick blade, it's got like that cyberpunk kind of shape to it, man. It's just a crazy looking blade, but it's an awesome work knife. So you guys are going to love it. If you did purchase one, do me a favor, send me a message with your address, even if I have it, even if we always have sent stuff, like Drew and I just sent stuff back and forth from each other recently. Do me a favor, send your address because I'll use that tomorrow. So Drew, Kurt, Timothy Harper, Zanti, send your address, and tomorrow I'll reach out to P38 Wilbur and Matt Smith. We'll figure something out. But also, let's do this. Bob, hit me up offline, because Bob, I know like 2.5, 3 or so years ago, you actually won. Bob won. This is Senor Bob that we're talking about. He actually won a giveaway, and unfortunately, I was giving away a bunch of battle worn painted polymer 80 frames, and then I'd already given like everything away, and people were like, "Do you have anything else? Like anything else to throw in?" I was like, "You know what? I'll do this. If How about we'll give a free paint job away of like that battle worn paint job that I do. If you have a frame, I'll paint it for you." And then like immediately after that, frames were considered firearms, right? Like almost immediately after that. So I was like, yeah, I can't do that. But if you want something else, like handguard, or pistol grip stock handguard, like whatever, anything else like that, I'll do it for you. But he kind of got screwed out of winning. So Bob, hit me up offline, and we'll do something to fill up that void there, because I know that's not fun. And it's like I think about things like this, right? Like I never like having DLD hardware and definition knives. I never want people to feel like you know like those things are, obviously it's their businesses. I need to be bringing in revenue to like live and be able to do all the stuff that we do. And managing both alone is difficult at times, but like the community is always more important than all that. So I never want anyone to feel like they got gypped or gypped or screwed over, or screwed out of anything. So and a lot of you guys, man, you've been supporters for so long, channel members for so long, and I don't want people feeling like they got screwed over. So I'll make sure that the heart you made was cool. It would be cool to make a rectangle that you put over a 19 and glue it in the front of the 19 and make a Heidi gun holder. Correct. Different metal powders produce different colors. My cousin Jimmy worked for Zambel Fireworks. So the interesting thing is that aluminum powder will give you a red burst. Magnesium will give you a white burst. Titanium will give you a green burst, and so on and so on. There's a whole bunch of stuff. Copper, there's a bunch of different stuff you could do. But yeah, I mean, you still got to be super cautious. Like even, man, every single time I pull the trigger on that 37 millimeter, I'm like, is this thing going to turn into a grenade? Because like when that 37 millimeter round went off that failed, it still went like 30, 40 feet up in the air and then dropped like 15 feet away from me. But when you don't feel the big boom, and you don't feel the recoil, and you don't feel the pressure of it leaving the muzzle at decent velocity, the first thing you think of is, "Oop, it's still in the barrel, and it is now gonna, be a grenade." So it's a little dicey, but the more rounds that you reload, and the more things that you do, like the more times that you load them, and the better you get, the more skilled you get, you get better. But there is absolutely no way to reduce or eliminate all liability and risk. There's always going to be some risk. You can just do your best to reduce as much risk as possible. But yeah, you guys hit me up. Senor Bob, hit me up, and I'll make sure that you're taken care of for that thing from a long time ago. And also all you guys that just jump in to support like that, man, you guys are awesome. Like, I've been totally honest with y'all. I told you guys, like, right now, things are crazy tight and I'm struggling, and things like this, like you guys jumping in to help and support and buy these 5 knives, like that helps immensely. So you guys doing that is very helpful. Um, also, and I know I showed you guys in the past, but when I say like this is like our first experimenting with knives that are actually out published, like being sent to people, where we're fusing carbon fiber to G10. Remember, and man, with that super dope stonewash with the frame lock, I love that. But remember where that came from and where it's going and where it's going to go in the future, because this thing is nasty, and it's going to be 10 times more nasty when the actual thing comes out. This is going to be sick. Like, this is something that's like these things like this are in like movies, bro. Like it's going to be nasty. Anyway, I just want to say thank you to you guys, because it helps a lot. And someone had asked, like, why are you selling all this stuff? I'm just part of me, I'm just trying to get rid of like all the stuff. Like, I don't want to be Scrooge McDuck. And I just want to get rid of stuff, but I need to raise capital for goals coming up in August. I need to raise capital for ordering of more knives. And yeah, I just, it's more important to have revenue coming in to feed the businesses than it is to, whatever. Y'all know what I'm saying. But yeah, the other thing I wanted to mention, all those Cobra Techs that I had, these were the Cobra Techs that came from Jonah. I'm keeping one that I absolutely could not ever sell, but these are for sale, and they're all less than the prices that Cobra Tech sells them for. There was it's not like dealer cost, but it's it's a reduced cost. The other, I got a Cobra Tech fixed blade. I don't think I have one here though. Where did I have? I had a couple other ones. Anyway, I got some Cobra Techs, and oh, obviously, sorry, I literally had this right here. This is another one that I've showed this thing off a bunch of times. This is another one that is unused. Both of these are unused. I'm selling these too. Don't need them. And the first one that I got from Jonah, I'm keeping that as a reminder. Like, anything I got from Jonah is just kind of like, man, I don't want to, I don't want to let off of that. But these and a couple other things. Oh, and then of course, I know, again, I mentioned it a million times, but as a reminder, the Microtech Stitch, that's another one that I'm selling. It's a crazy expensive knife. And the other thing, I found this the other day, and I never use it or carry it, but it is a very, very, very good knife. Very nice knife from CRKT, Columbia River Knife and Tool. I mean, it's not like a virgin blade. I think it was used a few times, but never like really carried like that. Man, this thing, like talk about like that hammering, and like the G10 with the hammering that matches the crazy like swoopty swoop blade there. Oh, that's interesting. That hardware looks familiar. I know, right? It's almost like certain places make the same kind of certain things. Anyway, so yeah, like stuff like this. Oh, I also got that little CRKT fixed blade. And like all the other OTF knives that I got, yeah, all that kind of stuff. That's the kind of stuff that I'm selling too. So hit me up if you guys are interested. Just getting off as much stuff as I can to raise some capital to, put monies into the company. So, well, it's legal here, dispensaries everywhere, but don't go near them. Not losing my CPL. That's interesting. It's a CHP out here. Concealed handgun permit. That's interesting. I'm a bar owner that I got my booze from during shutdown. Interesting. Yeah, I wouldn't even know, dude. I went to a vape store. When I went there, I was looking around and I see this whole shelf and it's got like a whole bunch of stuff in it. It's got tanks and stuff. I don't indulge in the Mary Jane anymore. I haven't for forever. And I see that they have like pre-rolled joints in there. I'm like, oh, that's weird. What is that, like CBD joints? He's like, no, it's THC. I was like, I'm sorry, what? Like, I thought it was just decriminalized. He's like, yeah, it's decriminalized. You could have like up to like whatever, like an ounce, 4 ounces out, something crazy, X amount of plants. I'm like, what? But he was like, if you like, you can sell products legally in Virginia as long as you have 1,000 milligrams of CBD per one milligram of THC. So what people are doing is they're, putting like 100 milligrams of THC and like, dosing it like crazy with CBD. But it was crazy to see like edibles and joints and blunts and all this stuff just pre-rolled, just being sold at a store. I'm like, is this where we're headed? But that's what they want. So let's go back a little bit. Okay. They want us to be stupid, drunk, high idiots playing Call of Duty, not making strong families, not making, strong families that are, based on faith and, not becoming armed and equipping yourself with the skills necessary to lead a team if needed. They want us to be a bunch of stupid, high, and drunk idiots. So just remember that and just be aware, that the people in charge, they know that the sheer mass of human beings in the country, they could never lose control and will always have the numbers. And that's where I should basically stop talking. Anyway, I appreciate all you guys. I love y'all, man. Thank you so much for coming in and supporting not only DLD hardware, but Definition Knives and your boy and the channel. The channel is growing. The Rumble channel is growing like crazy. And we're going to start doing some big things there. So you got to keep a lookout on that, and you will see some new things rolling into the Rumble show. And I just want to share gratitude, man. You guys are incredible. I could not do this. I mean, I wouldn't have anyone to talk to if it wasn't for y'all, but I couldn't do this without you guys, man. And yeah, man, everything that I mean, the big hit, you know what? I meant to do this too. Hold on. Before I forget, because Lord knows I will. And these knives are going out tomorrow, so you guys won't have to, wait a freaking month for them to come out. It's been difficult with all the issues going on with the order issues and all that. Sport brand, brother, good to see you, man. Let me go back a little bit. I'm going to turn this person. Hold on. Where is he? Really? Chat filter, all messages. Okay. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm totally down to talk about goals. So holler at me. We'll talk tomorrow too. I do have a little bit of. You're welcome, Bob. I just saw that. Sorry. I do have a little bit of a busy day tomorrow, but you guys have gone so far out of your way. I'm going to make sure that I go out of my way to help y'all. Dang, really? Hey, Drew in Oregon, sound off in chat, please. Just say something, say anything. You can literally just type in the word anything as well. DLD After Dark. Hey, Dark, do you have a link for some of the blades you're selling, or is that on Definition Knives only? No, so Definition Knives is only our knives. Because so many of these knives, like, I can't sell like auto knives on eBay. So it'd basically be like, a private transaction. Like this one is one of the ones that's a virgin blade, never cut anything. it's got that just super dope look. It's a button lock with the jimping on that bad boy, man. And it's even got the G10 spacer in there with the it's got the same what do you call it? Geometry as the jimping. It's a really cool knife. But yeah, I mean, I guess hit me up on Instagram or email, or if anyone goes to DLD Hardware or DefinitionKnives.com and you hit me up on there, my phone number's on there. Yeah, a lot of times I miss calls. If the number's not saved, it almost always says, potential spam or potential scam or whatever. But if you just shoot a text, I'll do my best to get back with you. So, yeah. So if you're interested, hit me up, and just make sure you follow all your state laws as well. DLD Hardware should open up a platform to sell not just your items, but other people's as well. Just a thought. That's a good idea. That's a very good idea. Remember, that's what Pew Portal is too. Pew Portal is a place where people go post stuff. You get a whole community of people in there. That's the Tactical Turkeys platform. Put this bad boy back in my pocket. There you go. Oh, wow. That almost was my foot. Bam. There we go. Awesome. Yeah, so I do have an eBay, but a lot of those knives are not allowed on eBay. So anything spring operated is not allowed on eBay. Spring assisted is allowed on eBay, but spring operated, so like OTF knives like this are not allowed. This one's D2, and this other one is also D2. Even though it looks like a folder, and it's got the safety on there, which you'll need it if you turn it upside down to a reverse grip. But this is a button auto, so it is a full auto. Anyway, we'll go ahead and wrap up, guys. I appreciate all of y'all so much, man. I forgot. Don't forget about the grips too. We're working on that. And although it looks exactly like it, or let me say it differently, although it looks very similar, this is not a Kung Fu grip. It's just strong in its resemblance to the Kung Fu grip. And man, that thing is gorgeous. That's the Blood of My Enemies filament. But I got a bunch of black ones too. Yeah, let's do this. Actually, you know what? If someone could drop my email in chat, anyone interested in any of the knives or any of the pews that I mentioned that I'm selling, hit me up, or parts kits. So a lot of the 80s that I built, I'm going to be pulling like slide barrel, slide parts, lower parts kit, mag wells, so it'll be like a whole kit of everything excluding the frame that I'll sell as a parts kit. So I'm just selling through a bunch of the stuff that I don't need. So all right, let's go ahead and wrap up, guys. I just want to again say thank you so much for all the support. You guys have been incredible. I literally could not do this without you. I mean, literally, quite literally, I could not do this without you, but the support means everything to me. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't know what I'll do, for real. This is what I want to do. It's what I'm committed to doing, and to have basically everything. I mean, everything was set, right? Like the main bread and butter was DLDHardware.com, and to have that basically get the rug pulled out from under me, I mean, that was extremely difficult. So being able to supplement some of that by selling stuff to you guys, because I don't want people to just give and donate and all that. I don't feel comfortable with that. There needs to be something of value, right, that you're receiving aside from just entertainment. You guys can get entertainment for $10 a month with downloading Peacock or something, or YouTube TV. Well, YouTube TV is $100, but you know what I'm saying. I want there to be more than just entertainment. I want there to be more value, and if you guys do choose to support, I want there to be something that you get aside from just throwing money into a black hole. Like most content creators, you know, when people send $1, $2, $3, $4, $500 super chats and stuff like that, like that's it. They don't see anything from that. It's not a transaction. I would much rather have ancillary businesses in addition to the channel, where if you guys chose to support, you're supporting businesses that support your boy, so that way you get things that you need or want in return. So that's the whole idea about things. Anyway, guys, let's wrap up. Thank you for being here. Remember that regardless of everything going on and who's running the show, whatever administration is, operating behind closed doors, whatever administration,
Stupid son of a bitch.
it's important that we remember that we are still in a culture war. It's important that you take on the role of culture warrior. Okay. Oh, dude, my bad. I also have a bunch of the Cold Steel XL knives, like the massive, like 14-inch, 15-inch folders, the Raja 2, the Holdout XL, fully serrated. That's like a 14.5-inch folder when it's all the way open, and it's very light, easy to carry. The Luzon XL, a bunch of stuff like that. I do have another one of these too, but I'm probably going to keep both of them because I got the flat grind and the fully serrated, because this thing, dude, that bad boy right there, if you could imagine that, you know, opening up something if needed. Yeah, so guys, remember, we are in a culture war, so remember to be a culture warrior. And I encourage all you guys to be the best version of yourself. Get close with God, build a close relationship with Jesus, and be the best version of yourselves as possible, constantly trying to improve. And the best way to do that is to set up rules and metrics and expectations for yourself. And some of the rules I like to share with you guys at the end of every show are: rule number 1 is to be kind. It's so important that we're kind in everything that we do. That brief interaction that you have with somebody else could have a massive impact on their life. So be kind. Rule number 2 is to live a life of care, compassion, contribution, give to others. When you bless others, you become blessed, because a hand that's open to give is open to receive. Rule number 3, because we know the only way for us to defeat evil is with good men skilled in violence, make sure that you're becoming as highly skilled in violence as you possibly can be, and be safe, be dangerous, and keep that thing on you. And with that, ladies and gentlemen, we're out of here. I love y'all so much. I'm super grateful for y'all. And be on the lookout for me. I'll be popping on Red Dawn's show. And then Saturday will be the huge Rumble show, where we'll be getting a bajillion views. Check out DLD Hardware. Even if you're not a builder, even if you're not building anything right now, check out DLD Hardware, because I promise you there's something cool on there for you, merch included. And then I'm also going to be uploading a bunch of other stuff to DLD Hardware. Check out Definition Knives. All the support from you guys, man, I'm super grateful for it. And remember, I would encourage you guys to look through, if you're a religious man, I'd encourage you to look at the story of Samson. Samson was a Nazarene, and he basically had a pact with God. Would it be a pact or an agreement with God, to where as long as a razor would never touch his hair, and never cut his hair, and so on and so on, he would have just like crazy strength. I mean, like inhuman strength, right? And he led a life of absolute sin, and just completely like lacking all moral. It's not a good dude, right? Not a good guy. And after living an entire life of sin and failure, and just letting God down, he did have a brief moment of repentance, and his eyes were gouged out. He was chained up on stage and forced to dance in front of the Persians, and I guess the Assyrians, right? And he had this like moment of repentance, and he had said, God, like, don't forget about me, remember me in your kingdom, and basically, like, give me strength just one more time. And he was given strength for one more time, one brief moment of strength where he was able to bring down the big pillars, or whatever you call them, and he actually killed all 4,000 Assyrians and himself. But the way I look at it is like this: a sinner that was leading a disgusting life of, you know, dealing with prostitutes and drunkenness and substances and stealing and all, just a dumb drunk sinner was used by God up until the last moment of his dying breath. The dude killed over 1,000 Assyrians with a dead donkey's jawbone. All right, the dude was just insane. But even being a crazy sinner, he was still used by God, and we're all used by God in different ways. And I'd encourage you guys to reflect on that and look at, like, what way God may be using you in your life. And I just found that super interesting. And within like 12 to 24 hours of me, rehearing the story of Samson, I saw this podcast, or this show, or whatever you want to call it, on YouTube. It was a YouTube short, and the kid that was running the show couldn't have been more than like 18, right? He's probably like 18, 19, something like that. And he had this trans man that thought he was a woman on his show. And the trans man woman thing was like um talking to the kid that was a Christian about, his lifestyle, her, whatever. I'm just trying to tell you that for reference, not because, whatever. And anyway, the kid is like, well, first I want to just tell you how much Jesus loves you and knows you, and has a desire to be close with you. And the tranny said, tranny, the gender dysphoria individual was like, I just don't understand what I'm doing that's so wrong. Like, what about what I'm doing is just so wrong and evil. And this kid that was like 18 or 19 years old said, you know what? In the beginning, sin feels like freedom. In the end, when you try to abstain, sin feels like bondage. And it just reminded me of that story of Samson that was like, whoa, like when you're young and you're a kid and you're running around doing whatever, dealing in like sexual immorality and substance abuse, and not treating yourself or others the way that we're supposed to. Just running around sinning does feel like freedom. Sin feels like freedom in the beginning. But man, when you come to Christ and you change and you try to be more Christ-like and change the way that you act and live, the moment that you abstain from sin is when what felt like freedom now feels like bondage. Now, when you truly come to Christ, your heart will change, and you'll no longer have a desire to do those things or do them as much, and so on. And you'll always focus on changing, growing, and getting better. But I just thought it was so interesting the way God works, that he brought those two things to me within like a 12 to 24 hour time period. And I thought that was interesting, and I just wanted to share that with you guys. That's why I avoid women, snakes, and haircuts, bro. Facts. Rudy, bro, good to see you, man. Good to see you. Hopefully, Rudy, I am hoping that you received your whatchamacallits already. Let me know that you did, man. Yours was one of the packages that was horribly delayed. I had to do a whole audit. I'm sure you probably heard me talk about it, but there's a handful of you guys that if you haven't received it, I mean, it's got to be like a matter of days away. But just for my info, I assume your business hours are not. Yeah, nah. And every other Saturday. Yeah, just hit me up whenever. If I, if I'm available, I'll hit you for sure. All right, guys, thank you so much for coming in and hanging out. I love y'all, and no matter what I say, don't listen to me. Don't look at the changes that I've made. Don't look at like anything that I brought to you guys about like my experience with Christ, right? I want you guys to experience Christ, and I would encourage you guys to see see the alignment between everything that you already have in your life and everything that you already like, who you are, how you are, and everything you already have, and you will see the alignment with Christ already. And then when you do commit your life to Christ, you will see how he was with you every single day, every time, every incident, you'll see how God was working in your life through your entire life. Looking back in retrospect, it's crazy, and I've been able to witness that as well. But look, I love y'all. I appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out, and thank you. And I'll see y'all on Saturday. Peace.